Welcome one, welcome all, to our Werewolf the Forsaken 2nd Edition Chronicle, which I am abbreviating as M5 for now, for the sake of ease. Who wants to recap what happened last session? If no one else goes, I can go.
Let's see.
I can just look at my notes.
It started off with meeting. We didn't have a meeting with Sally's employer, but we had a talk with her, and we spoke to Gertrude, and we spoke to Sally about.
Point of order: you did not speak to Gertrude.
Yeah. Okay,
you spoke
sorry.
to Mr. Tibbs.
We dropped off Lydia the Pure in the spirit realm.
Yep.
And then we got 2 simultaneous calls, one
Yep.
from the Hunters and one from Mr. Tibbs, the vampire ghoul.
Yep.
Who both were like, you want to work together, so we get to pick.
And they told us
or
about
do
the
both.
hunter group name that was Null Mysteriae.
Yep.
And the Prince of Pasadena was mentioned, and Todd to meet them at the Todd and Vixen.
Yep.
If we wanted to let them know. And the one girl, Sally, who was the vampire thrall.
Yes, who was either cured or never actually thralled.
Yeah, was to meet with her instead, and we're trying to have them both meet. And then we found that there was the Matan Industries that was then liquidated, but has been accused of human trafficking and went out of business, and Caltech bought it, which makes us believe that the Hunters pretty much own Caltech. We found that when we went to our neighbors, that there was a weird track and a train that would run by, of which Loki boarded.
The boundary of the house has also shrunk.
Of that house, yes.
Yeah, so then we went to investigate and found that things are, quote, fucky.
Yep.
Yeah, no, you found out that the boundary of the house is thoroughly shrunk because Sophia went and did a walk around.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, never. She
No.
can't do that alone
No.
again.
We should put a bell on her.
Yeah.
An
Through
electric fence.
a Steamboat Willie type of event on a train, and some dastardly betrayals from the best people, we did manage to stop this weird train and found out that the salamander was Andrew Whitlock, who was the brother of Andrea Kleiner.
Yes,
And
through
we
horrifying werewolf violence, we saw
and then
that.
we also met High Key and Melody Key, and who I have listed as Arnold Tanner.
So that's who the house deed is currently made out to. We realized, hey, who actually owns this house, because we really don't want it to get repossessed by the government. So we should. That's on my list.
That is a high priority thing. Of we need to find out who, what, where, when, where he lives, if he is alive.
Yes. We also.
So, fun fact, Arnold Tanner was your old packmaster, Claire.
Yep.
And
Well, that's right.
he
It's
is
currently
probably
dead now.
not alive.
it's
Yeah.
super in limbo, so we need
Indeed.
stuff transferred to.
Indeed. You gotta find Arnold Tanner's will.
And then we ended with Lydia. We basically, Loki's mom showed up, and it was like, oh God, an adult, please. Please be an adult. And she came with us to go question the Pure, who revealed that the bad guys are the Idigam.
Hopefully just one at a
The
go.
what?
Just the one, hopefully.
Or the what?
Idigam.
And Idigam.
One Idigam, unless things are even.
And what are Idigam again?
They
Neil Armstrong
are-
unleashed them upon us.
They are
Space
spirits
travel is
that
evil.
Father Wolf found offensive, so he imprisoned them. They basically are godlike spirits that don't belong to a concept we know in the modern world.
Okay.
Also, in character, I have no fucking idea. But
Yeah.
out of character, they were unleashed upon the world specifically because of the moon landing.
So, point of
Gave
order,
them
So,
life.
there
they're
are
Elder
Idigam who are
Taurus.
bound in
Yes.
the earth as well, which may be a relevant plot point.
So they're Eldritch Horrors. Got it.
Yes.
They're Cthulhu's.
Yeah,
they're
they're
Cthulhu types.
eldritch,
Cthulhu's,
unknowable things.
But I just find it very funny that they're specifically Cthulhu's that were unleashed by gnomes.
I have 2 points
Way to
to
go.
finish our recap.
Yeah.
Sure.
One, High-Key has a crush on both Claire and
That's
E.
true.
Yep, I was about to say, and the horny brother has a crush.
Why
on
are your
the two-
pack mates so hot? He says.
Yes, why are they hot? I'm like,
And 2, there was a flashback where Gertrude saved Claire's life as a
Oh, yeah.
teenager. And she was like, you will turn to a werewolf, remember this one day, but not now. But I will murder people
Didn't
who...
say. Point of order, she did not say you would turn into a werewolf.
I think she was like, chances are good. Like, she knew that some of us were wolf-blooded, I think.
You'll find out and explore that.
But she's been protecting Claire's family for a while.
yeah,
or
she's been in league with your families, which is why the Whitlocks are winners.
Has she been protecting us? Has she been hurting us? Has she been working with us? Is it a fun combo?
We really need to rebrand your Whitlocks are winners.
Whitlocks have bank accounts in the Caymans.
Whitlocks are sad. Whitlocks are sad and tired.
Whitlocks are, how about Whitlocks are wary? It really needs to be rebranded to Whitlocks are weary. Or wary.
Sad and
Oh
tired.
dear. I mean, you do still have an enormous amount of money that you can access at any point. Did you buy any more dots of resources?
I'm currently at resources 3, which I think is about
It's pretty
good amount
respectable.
of money.
appropriate
Yeah.
for our.
It's enough for a remodel of a house.
Like, I'm happy with resources 3 for now, unless we
Oh, and that is the other thing we
do
did.
something else.
Loki and I started to fix the house that we
Oh,
just-
yes.
Yes. Oh, all of us started to fix the house.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. You spent some time on that. Okay, so I think that we've covered that, and so
Also, dolls.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, the creepy dolls are missing, and we haven't looked into that yet.
Henry's working on it.
Yep.
yes.
That's right. I called him and had him stay at the library and look into missing dolls and craziness.
Yeah, be nicer to Henry.
Yeah.
I'm keeping him away from danger, and basically, you want me to do research? Yes. Great.
So, fun
Keeps me away from the
fact
house.
about all of that. Speaking of Henry,
Oh, boy.
we're going to turn back the clock and have a lovely Mr. E flashback that doesn't involve Joey at all.
Woo! Happier times.
Well, let's see.
So,
Ahead of yourself.
Mr. E, a one unknown person named Professor Henry Drexel Chalmers is sitting across from you in his office at the university. You've followed this guy for a while now, as you are wont to do. He's a coward, but too curious and smart for his own good. Maybe that's courage? Hard to say. But he has contacts in academia and the military, and he has figured out quite a lot of things. He's also trying to figure out why no one will investigate the murder of one of his students, a girl named Pearlwood. A girl who Mr. E knows was eaten in a decadent ritual performed by the Ivory Claws. Having sat down and appeared, confirming Mr. E's suspicions in his office, and trying to figure out what the next step is with this meddling professor, who is apparently on your side, you can't help but notice that in spite of his lovely little office with, pictures from his army days sitting on the table and a bunch of wonderful leather-bound books along with stacks of papers and a more modern computer, the man sitting behind that desk is nowhere near as imposing as he should be. He's having trouble meeting your eyes and shaking slightly as he says, "So, it's all real. I mean, not all of it, obviously. There's so many lies, but it's real?"
Yep. I'm afraid so.
That isn't right. Conspiracies are supposed to be ephemeral, the kind of thing people use to pretend there's order to a chaotic world. What? But now werewolves are real, and they're organized and have fucking police on the take.
Yeah.
I just...
And it's not, well, we'll just say yes, werewolves are the only one that have police on the take besides, the mafia and other government organizations.
I'm sorry, you said we there.
I don't recall I said we.
Yes, you did!
Okay, so it's like more of the royal we and less of like, I'm not. But I know some.
Okay, so you're not a werewolf, but
No.
you know some werewolves.
Yes. And they have sent me to be an intermediary to ask for your help, and you will get protection and resources of which will be at your beck and call to help people to prevent further missing students or other travesties coming to fruition.
Oh, sorry, this is a lot to take in.
Yep.
Oh boy. Sorry, lone wolf men of mystery don't typically show up in my office telling me that they want me to be part of their secret organization.
Well, it's either that or like if the FBI knew, then it would be me. Well, then it would be an FBI agent, not me. I'm not with the FBI.
Should we call the FBI for this?
They wouldn't believe you. Why would they believe you?
It has been surprisingly hard to convince anyone of my evidence.
But the
Oh
things
my god.
But the things that you've uncovered with your research will help people. And
So it's a
they would hate it for the attention that you garnered to be found by the wrong people and exploited, or people that want to keep this kind of stuff quiet would not offer you a position standing up.
Okay. So, a leap of faith.
Yes.
He sighs, reaches into his desk, and pulls out a bottle of what looks like cognac, if you had to guess.
Mm-hmm.
Pours himself a glass and says, Pearl didn't deserve this.
No one does. Can I have it?
Sure.
To the fallen, and let's wish better for everyone so that way we both can venture and prevent things like these travesties from happening ever again.
He holds up his glass and says, to helping people.
To helping people.
And to hoping that I have not damned myself in the eyes of gods and men. I'm in. Clink!
That's what he didn't say anything. He was like,
And we return back. Melody Key has actually, for the first time ever, a surprised look on her face. You are standing in the middle of the glade, basking in the middling radiance of warm flow, the spirit of the mountain, and staring into a hot spring pool, a spiritual hot spring pool, currently containing the floating Lydia Smoke, a member of the Pure who apparently has some sort of beef with the mansion. I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Melody asks, possibly begging that she heard wrong. There is an idiom in the mansion. An idiom. The things that Father Wolf sealed away before the sundering. An idiom. That it is, in fact. It has a name. It's called the Half-Death. Do you know anything more? Oh, I know so much. I know that it has domain over all things that sit on the border between life and death, or try to imitate life or death. That's why it's strengthened by dolls, mannequins, animatronics, the undead. You get the idea. Oh, and it has a ban, too. A completely useless ban. It cannot destroy the personality completely of any creature it binds to its will. It can corrupt them, but it cannot make custom soldiers. All of its minions remain a shadow of what they once were. The people, the stories... Again, you get the picture. Has a bane, too. The start or the end of the cycle, creating a new character or piece of art, laying the dead to rest, giving birth inside its borders. I've known no one who was crazy enough to try that. None of this is particularly easy or helpful, but that's what it is. Look, come to think of it, it's probably why this glade has held up so well. We have an artist creating statues here. New works of art daily. She gestures to the sort of spiritual after-images of Dave Laghari's chainsaw art and wood carvings.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I know the resonance on that locus over there. Congratulations to the person with the successful pregnancy test.
Who does she point to?
She points to just the locus. Locuses are created, points of spiritual resonance, when small personal moments of extreme importance happen to someone.
So someone in the real is pregnant.
Someone in the real world took a pregnancy test that was positive.
And was very happy
And
about
was
it.
very happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
In that bathroom at some point.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of what sealed this away.
A way to exploit that? I know the wellspring ritual, so I can give us birth resonance if we want.
Okay. We also, I mean, when they sort of we put some of them to rest. We did that ritual, and then the borders went back.
It doesn't.
Correct, because that is a
So
end of
that's
the cycle.
Specifically, one of the
end of the
Birth
cycle.
resonance. I've tried that. Trying to tint yourself is of middling value. Certainly wouldn't hurt, I suppose.
If it can only control things and not fully destroy them, does that mean that everyone that it controls could be free?
In the sense that they could be dead, yes.
They exist between living and death, so if we stopped it, more than likely...
Unless there was some other animating force, like those vampires they've got locked away.
But
In the basement?
I don't know. Do you think I've delved into it?
Maybe.
you have a lot of
You have a lot of information.
This is
Yeah,
our second
Sammy Cook.
conversation, so it's not impossible.
Look. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this. A bunch of Forsaken.
Who saved your life?
I saved your life first. I gave you that ritual.
Why?
Because I can't fight this thing.
Mm.
It claws into my family's bones. We were there when this started.
Why?
Because of you. You're going to have to be a bit more specific, Melody. Melody speaks up, standing somewhat protectively between all of you, but mostly Loki and the Pure.
Mm-hmm.
Look. Robert Kleiner and his stupid, desperate wish to have his wife back cut a deal with one of my ancestors. A man named Uther Smoke. a moron who was seduced by your false prophet. He wanted his auspice back. Kleiner wanted his wife back. And they came up with a very, very stupid scheme. So, Uther betrayed us, joined with Robert, and tried to summon Deathwolf into this plane to beg her aid. An embodiment of death moves between this reality and the next. You get the picture. They thought that an inn with one of the first pack and a connection to the underworld would be enough for both of their ends. Obviously, that was an incredibly dangerous thing to do, so we tried to stop him. And, of course, they screwed up the ritual. In spite of us intervening, we were there at ground zero. What?
So did they screw up the ritual despite you trying to stop it, or did they screw up the ritual because you barged in and were trying to stop it? I just feel like that's an important
That was
There's,
my question.
there's a moment of just absolute... You see her eye twitch.
Also, how old is this woman? Was she old enough to have been there, like, all these decades ago? Or is
Yeah,
she
I
like,
think she was like,
my family obviously means I was there, my chromosomes
it's
were
like,
there.
I think it's like my grandma.
I think she's
Yeah.
using we as a
pure
pure.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was their fault. Okay? It was their fault.
Oh, screwed up.
All right, Caliph. Talk her into the ground. Make her personality your own.
Look. My grandparents were the first minions consumed by the half-death. Along with Kleiner and whatever else was down there. And I was just a child when that happened, but ties of blood and spirit means that they always have a connection to us. It's why we don't own this territory. We could have taken it from you anytime we wanted.
Oh,
Okay,
so you want
sure.
us to
But
fix
you
your guy?
didn't-
So you want us to fix this, and then you're going to leave it alone because then it's going to be ours.
I am potentially interested in that deal, yes.
Potentially doesn't work for me. Does it work for you guys?
I don't feel great about.
I think we can talk more.
Yeah.
We already went to quite a bit of effort to spare her life. I'm sure we can, find a middle ground.
Yeah.
But I mean, so yeah, I'm just.
I will have to speak to the rest of the pack to organize that sort of agreement.
Because you don't actually have any control over this territory whatsoever. I mean, you can quote unquote be in it, except the house immediately got you, and then you needed our help
Because you're tied
to be
to.
free of it. So I don't know what you've actually accomplished here, per se.
Hey,
You
we don't
helped
have
us-
to
you
like
helped us
rub
with the-
all the salt in her wound right
you helped
now.
us with the ritual, which we are
By the way,
grateful
at this
for.
point, High Key is sitting behind, holding up his phone camera and recording this, going like, "So, Pure Wipeouts compilation on the Iron Master thing?"
Is there werewolf TikTok? Is that what we have
So-
learned today?
Loki
We're
will
great-
grumpily cross his arms and then say, "Yes, there is."
So we're grateful that you gave us the ritual, but it
Can
just
I
seems like
Be
so
part of that.
giving
Oh,
us the
sure.
ritual
Thank
enabled
you.
to set you free, but it seems like this place also wants to pull anyone that was somewhat tangentially related into it. To essentially devour your family line. Correct?
More or less. It wants everything that we are. It wants everything that is. It wants the whole world to be liminal. I don't know what it wants, okay?
And how long were you inside the house?
It is
I
2023.
wasn't. I came here from up north.
How long were you under its control?
Me personally, for as long as it took from me going there and then turning into my Rahu form and then being dragged away.
Okay, so that one.
So everything you know, you've just learned from other people. You didn't really get any information while you were actually there.
I have been watching this place and speaking to the spirits of this land for ages. Okay? Look, just...
But you're not any further along to trying to stop it. Because if you've been watching it for a while, we can just pack up and go somewhere else, and you guys can deal with it on your own, right? I'm kidding. We're not going to pack up and leave.
We do have friends in Denver, though. It is an option.
Yeah, that's true. Like, if you guys want to deal with your own business, that's fine.
Oh, and so you're going to just abandon the mission given to you by your little vampire mistress, eh?
I have no mistress.
I think Loki does let out a chuckle and be like, that is pretty funny. You're right, we talked to a vampire once.
So if we talk
Oh,
to
yes,
any...
the
So if we...
Pure is making fun of us for talking to morally objectionable.
So
did Gertrude
by-
ever
like-
tell us
that
the name
logic-
of that
Oh,
guy
just
we
all
drink?
of you go and suck on fricking your moon's twat or whatever you
so we-
forsaken do all your
So
time,
we can
okay?
let you go, and you'll just be pulled back into the mansion. Is that what you want? If you don't want our help, like keeping you here safe, you'd rather be inside the mansion, because we will escort you there if you want. Like, we're currently keeping
Sure.
you safe.
Put me in the mansion. Then I'll be another roadblock against your fixing it, or
Well-
dealing with it, or doing whatever you want to do with it.
Well, judging by what you've said, you would just sit and watch anyway. So
I have...
skills
She's-
and talents.
She's trying to... Can you go ahead and roll me a... I'm not sure if this is intimidation or persuade. I think this is intimidation.
It is.
Presence intimidation.
I would
Sure,
love
we-
to just roll for her general vibe right now.
Oh, do you
like,
want to do a wits empathy
Yes.
roll? Go for
I
it.
want to do with
Can
empathy.
I'd probably just drag you down on an empathy track. Never
You
mind.
can assist with a wits empathy. Like, it won't hurt. Unless you
If I
like, roll
roll
a botch.
0, then
For
she gets
presence,
-4, yeah.
intimidation,
Yes?
Fucking-
5.
Why is this not exalted? 0 because it was all 7s.
Oh boy.
fine.
It's okay because Mr. E has got this. She's like, you can't do that. Please, God. No, you cannot. By Rabid Wolf's name, please do not do that to me. I please no. Oh God.
We don't want to. We want to cooperate with you so that.
But
we
being
can
a
have
snarky
good
bitch isn't gonna
resolution
help.
to this.
We have to cooperate and want the best for both of us, as opposed to taking sniper shots at each other, because that will get us literally nowhere. Nowhere. It will put us back at the start of going, well, we can stare at this mansion all day.
No, you're right. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I've had a bad day. I get the sense that you've had a bad month.
Yeah. So, bad day? Sure. Bad.
Look, all I know is that the only other thing that I know that's of enormous value right now is that something is holding that thing there.
Okay. So,
Huh.
Idigams are not sessile by nature. Something's keeping it down.
Huh.
I have no idea what, but something.
okay.
Maybe it was that botched ritual. Maybe it was just, I don't know, fairy dust.
Maybe it's Silver Wolf actually doing something for once.
Ha 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 ha. You know, when you say, we don't take snipes at each other's, it usually works both ways.
I actually have an idea of why of what's keeping it there. You mentioned that the half-death doesn't have control over the things that it like keeps essentially in suspended animation.
Well, it
It
has some control
has
over them,
control
but it can't
over them.
not-
It cannot
destroy them.
erase them completely.
Or their
Yeah.
personalities.
Indeed.
So it is possible, from what I've seen in terms of some of its residents, that they, in a way, are fighting back in their own way of just their willpower. I wouldn't say alone is the thing stopping it, but it's definitely putting a. Because if you have control over something, it can still resist you. So I think the things that it has there are resisting it in some fashion.
Maybe, but I have to say, willpower doesn't seem to be quite what's causing that. The only reason why I say that is because at one point we hired a goddamn cabal of mages, the most will-powered little squirmy mortals ever, to go inside the damn place and investigate it, and none of them ever came back.
God damn. All right. Well, I was really hoping you wouldn't say that, but it's been said.
Yeah, but they haven't been there for hundreds of years.
Yeah, also they're mages. Mages don't necessarily have to use the same door they go in.
Also, Ultra Chores.
But they might still be inside.
But it also could be part of the botch ritual.
Yeah, but also
They
could've
could be
eaten them.
inside. It's also possible they took our money and ran off to Tahiti. I don't know what happened to them.
Our ran to Tahiti. Okay.
Okay, well, we're looking into some things. We know that some dolls have been stolen, so that's fun. So we know what's doing that.
Oh yes, it's got some sort of agent on the outside. It's the real problem.
Do you have any more information about them?
No, but it's obvious that other people have been tending to it. Or something has been tending to it. Maybe it has another Idigam pal going and doing something over there. I don't know. I know that it has some sort of outside agent because otherwise it wouldn't have been able to, well,
Do you think
attack your den.
Do you think it has the power to, from where it is currently, to manipulate dolls to get up out of a store, or would they have to be stolen? I don't think it from what you're telling me, it doesn't seem to have that reach to reach to a store or something and get dolls that would need to be closer, like the things
Like
would need
the
to be
dolls
brought
need to
close,
be brought
to
or
it.
Could it have controlled other dolls and then sent them like it did
No,
with
because
Strawman?
those strawmen don't leave the area.
I wasn't aware that there
Well,
was
they
a
left
theft of dolls, though it fits a pattern.
So I have someone looking into that, so we may have...
That's why there are no corpses in the graveyard.
Yeah, we know that too. All of them, actually, including his wife.
All right, Rachel, should we make a persuasion check so she stops being quite as nippy with us?
I mean, I think she's allowed to be nippy out of character.
I
That's
mean, she is
legitimate.
in silver
but-
chains and, like, literally
should
safe for being
also,
pulled in.
Like, break down the doors, whatever the social system is in second edition.
Yes, I can just. I can roll for good cop.
I will support you with creative tactics.
You know,
Alright.
Melody, by the way, is just sitting back and observing. Just watching how the pack works.
All right. I'll
Because
say,
you seem to be doing pretty well, so she doesn't need to say much.
I'll be like, these are your chains. You asked us to put them on you. I can take them off. Also, I thought you'd be hungry when you woke up, so I killed these geese in case you wanted to eat.
You should try the tea here, it's fantastic.
The tea is pretty good too. I just don't know what your primal urge is like, so I thought some Canadian geese would be something.
Lydia, it has been a long day or week or couple of weeks
However long it is now.
for everybody. And we appreciate the information that you're giving us. And it seems like in this very specific circumstance, we are all in agreement about wanting this house dealt with. So I'm sorry for us being snippy. Thank you for having apologized for you being snippy. And let's all just take a deep breath and work to figure this out, okay? Like Loki said, if there's anything we can do to make you more comfortable, we do want to keep you safe. That is a priority for us.
Roll me manipulation persuasion.
I will roll manipulation persuasion.
Can I support?
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right.
How are you supporting, though? What are you saying?
I offer no support as I am bad cop.
Yeah, that's yes,
boy.
specifically.
I gave her
rolled some track
food
dice.
and took the chains off and was like, we're not crazy religious fanatics like some people you might know.
No, that's fair. Okay, that kind of that last bit kind of undermined the first bit.
Just a little bit.
Well, yeah, but also I don't serve Jesus Christ. I serve Werewolf. I would have to be nice all the time.
Okay, fair enough. All right, yeah, I will let you at a -2 roll that to assist.
My purity obviates that thanks to Creative Tactician.
Fair
But,
enough.
That was no successes that time.
All
Okay,
right.
so you're just rolling flat, Rachel.
That is fine. Can I use your thingy?
Absolutely, yeah.
Gotta get more of those. Those are great.
Finally, thank Rimini. Okay.
Yeah, there's a 10 in
One,
They start exploding, too.
Oh shit, there's 2 more
3,
10s.
4, 5.
And 3 of them reroll. 4 of them reroll? Damn!
Oops. Just 5.
Okay.
But still.
She
that
That's
is an
so
exceptional
exceptional.
success.
Yeah.
she takes a deep breath in, breathes out, rubs at the burn marks on her arms from the chains, and says, "Okay, no, you're right. How far away? I haven't been here before. How far away is this glade from the? How far away is this glade from the mansion?
About 5 miles.
It's actually less than
I don't
that.
know how. I don't know.
Far
Yeah.
enough
Like-
that so far we have not been able to
Loki
see
will
the
just
mansion getting anywhere close.
take out his
I need
eyepiece.
to be at least outside of city limits for it to work.
Oh.
Yeah, Loki
Yeah.
just takes out his magic phone and pulls up
Just
Google Maps and is like,
Yeah, no,
I
this
think
is...
we're in still city limits.
Then I can't leave, or else I'll turn back. Unless you want to chain me again and drag me
We-
out of town.
If you want to go somewhere else, we can, I think, we're capable of transporting you elsewhere.
I would
But if you're in the glade, you should be safe.
Yeah.
I would owe you if you could get me back to the
It
north.
will involve putting those chains back on so that way you don't, like, you know.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
If you want to tell us where we can drop you off to the north, not knowing where you guys operate, but close enough to where you can go.
Townsend's Park.
Okay.
Do you still have Google Maps up? I don't
Yes,
know where that is.
my phone, my
It's a
phone works
park
at the
a
gauntlet.
bit to the north, outside of city limits, and close to the more northerly region where you knew the Pure operate.
Okay.
It doesn't give you any direct image of where to go, but you know that there's a town around that place for whatever it's worth when you're werewolves and you're in Colorado.
Okay.
So there's a lot of rural
Do you
space
want to go?
here.
Do you want to go now?
Or do you want
I-
a minute to recover? And by a minute, I mean as long as you want.
You are Warm Flow, spirit of the mountain, yes? The mountain speaks up. Indeed. I offer you Gathra in exchange for your succor for the next day. Very well, young Urotha. Very well. I can keep her safe for a period of time, and after you will come and retrieve her.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Thank you very kindly, Great Spirit, says Melody, bowing politely. And to you, Elder. There is... Seeing a mountain slightly bow is a fascinating experience. All right, then. I think we've resolved that for the moment. Shall we? Melody asks, just starting to wander back towards the locus.
Thank you. Great spirits. Thank you, Lydia. Reach out if anything comes up in the next day, otherwise we'll be back.
We shall use one of our spirits of telecommunication to contact
us. To contact us. That's fine.
I was going to say Roaster, but
I
That
understood that bothered you.
Yeah.
That's why I just said, just contact us. I
All right,
understand that
then.
it's a sensitive subject. You
very
rock,
well.
and then I'll leave.
'Cause
Wait, was
it's
that a
rock
pun?
and-
Yeah, because it was a rock.
Yeah,
It's like,
it goes-
so see ya, you rock.
And then you just all leave.
Yep.
So
Six
you're
finger
sitting
guns.
in a closed restaurant that you broke into because it's closed because of police and you had to go through the bathroom.
So we're probably gonna have to get her out like
For the greater good.
nighttime.
Indeed,
tomorrow.
like you can sneak out. Like if you guys want to roll me just a quick
Oh, yeah.
stealth check.
You don't have to make us do this. But
All you need to do is collectively get 2 successes on
Okay.
a dex stealth check to get out of here.
Oh.
Could I use larceny instead of self?
Yes, you may.
You did.
I'm so proud of me.
Oh, do I get hiding as a specialty?
This isn't quite hiding
Okay,
because
I
it's more of moving stealth.
I still got 2.
Fair enough.
3 for me.
Okay,
Nice.
so yeah, with no effort, you pop open a window and slip right out the back where no one is bothering to watch because that's not where the explosion happened.
I just want the record to state that I continue to be worried about how good both of you are at this.
That's fair.
Just, it's in the book
Uh-huh.
that I have concerns.
So that went really well.
We'll talk about the relative criminality of our respective families later, Claire.
The laws of Melody
Okay,
I just want to
So-
be there when you talk about your 2 crime
Like-
your long-standing criminal empire and your blossoming criminal empire.
I sense needless interpack tension here.
I do.
Not
Politics are, in a sense, intrinsically criminal, but we're not the mafia.
as far as you know.
Probably.
There's a lot of stuff. It's not tension. It's just a way for us to blow off steam. It's not like anything serious or mean.
I understand. My apologies.
It's okay.
Loki, can I talk to you in private for a minute? Melody says, just, gesturing for you to follow her on a short walk.
Yes, Mom.
Thank you. She
Is it a parent
wanders
son
off
talk, or is it,
down the
like,
streets
elder to
towards
elder
some of the more wooded areas. There's a tiny, not really hiking trail, but just
But you know it's not
cove
anything.
into the woods.
But you know
It's
it's
clear.
not mean.
You can
Only
see a
some-
little bit
but
of
you know
tension
it's not.
releasing
You
from
know
her
it's not.
shoulders as she enters an area with trees and just
No.
sort of leads you along
Love
and
is helping.
turns around for a
Given
moment
the
and is
circumstances.
like,
I mean, also it doesn't. Existentially, I'm like, why is the car so
well, you're doing fairly well, but I
Yeah.
should warn you. Things are getting a little tense around this area. The furry and the recent public acts of the pack are starting to catch up a little bit here. Your father wanted to let you know that he had to do quite a lot of work scrubbing several videos of a certain encounter.
That did escalate more than I wanted. I did not think that car would explode when I punched it, but the Tesla Model 3.
Elon Musk is bad for the spirit world, but that's a different point.
Hot take.
But not inaccurate.
I did also want to caution you about the vampires. I don't think I have to tell you that Genevieve is not a reliable ally.
No. I get the feeling she'll betray us in the next couple months, but hopefully those months will be important for us to clear this territory.
She may not. She may follow through on all of her deals. But that woman is covered in death, and parasites are rarely good for the world's spiritual balance. The Cloves Whisper lost a few pack members to her ilk before the truce in Denver. Something that I'm sure she has not mentioned to you.
I think Loki would have known that since he hung out with the Cloven Whispers for a couple months. Alright, he'll nod and say, I won't let her have any leverage over us that I can't control.
That's good.
She said might be alive.
So,
Well, not alive, but
you're really going to take on an Idigum?
I think we have been, whether we wanted to or not, so...
This might actually be an opportunity.
Oh?
Whatever's weakening it, holding it down. Destroying one of these things would do an enormous amount for the balance of the universe. If it's weakened, we might be able to kill it.
It has been bleeding, and as a great hero once said, if it bleeds, we can kill it.
as a great American 90s action star once said.
I see. I will take your word for it. Is this one of those movies that your father had you watch?
It is a movie. Arguably one of the best movies.
I see.
It is a very werewolf movie, isn't
Mm-hmm.
it? Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
Where's Jesse Lynch?
but you realize this affects more than your new territory, right? This is going to be a regional issue.
Yes, but events are already toppling. The first domino was already knocked over. I mean, I suppose that we could just leave Good Springs, but
No, I don't
We
think
have-
that would be wise.
I have to avenge. I had a friend here for a very short time in retrospect, but I feel like I can't
Let me
leave her
quote to
death
you
alone.
another great hero, villain, another person's words. Vengeance is a sucker's game. What's more important here is that this thing has agents outside. Someone is trying to loosen whatever straps are holding it. This is not a stable situation. And that means you're going to need backup.
You're right, it means there's a clock ticking both ways. Alright.
Loki. As Pack Master of the Notes Pack, I formally request a clutch with your lost moons.
It's my mom, so of course I'm going to agree.
Very well. I shall reach out to Cloves Whispers as well. We will see if we can't join together in a great hunt. There's even a little bit of a smile there, because as wistful and connected and balanced as your mother is, she is still a predator.
Yep. Yeah, I think he gets goosebumps when he says that. It's like, whoa, I've had Runaway my entire life until 40 hours ago, but now I can maybe kill an elder god. That's quite something.
It will be wonderful. We shall roast it over a fire and toast to its demise. In any case, but that's putting the cart before the horse. I can probably get the Cloves Whispers to join us, but I would not be averse to more. I am extremely hesitant to trying to form an alliance with the pure in this matter. It may be necessary, but I am extremely hesitant.
Well, sure. They'll
There
work
is-
against Nidagam. We just have to make sure they aren't stronger than us after Nidagam is done.
I suppose. There is another regional power which you know more of than I do. I'm not sure what this Archivist's pack is like, but if you can get them to join us in this hunt, it may be extremely wise.
Oh. Yeah, I forgot about Archivist, actually. You're right, I'll talk to him.
Understood. All right. So, with that all settled, have you been getting enough essence?
No, Loki's actually pretty much dry on essence. He's been
You
using
were-
his superpowers a lot.
You were just over at a locus. You could have drawn some. Hang on. Here. Take some. She just sort of pops open a vein and just sort of offers you some blood.
Mom vibes.
Well, yeah, I
how you
guess
become a
I'll
vampire.
drink my mom's blood. This
Take
feels...
2
You're
essence. She will
awfully
give you 2.
hypocritical to the
Okay.
vampires for
Right.
this whole vibe right here.
Yeah, just drink some of my blood. It's fine.
I mean, I don't think we
That's how
told
you
E,
become a
but
vampire.
Gertrude offered Loki werewolf blood right before he changed. So
Yeah.
Oh,
it was a pure werewolf though. I could tell that somehow.
Yeah.
I didn't drink it because I was responsible. And it seemed sketchy.
Yes, Claire
and
made the
gross.
choice to not drink blood offered by a vampire, which in hindsight was the right choice.
it's the best choice.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I promise nothing bad's happened to it.
All right. I'll let you be the one to propose the plan to your two new packmates. They don't know me yet. I'm not sure how effective I would be in trying to propose such an alliance.
Can I ask you a favor?
Of
Claire is also embraced by Deathwolf, but she really doesn't know much besides maybe a moon or
She-
two's worth
She
of
was
training.
a.
Yeah, she's a
This
she,
causes Melody to step back for a moment. I'm sorry. She's a ghost wolf.
no, she's a
Sorry,
bone shadow.
no. She's a
Bone shadow.
bone shadow.
Yeah.
She was initiated into our tribe, but she knows nothing of our tribe.
She was in Minnesota, and her teachers all got mowed down by the pier before she could really do anything. Oh wait, or is that not what happened?
That's not what happened, but Loki can.
Yeah,
Like,
Loki can make
might
conjecture
think
all
that
he
that's
wants.
what happened.
Loki can totally conjecture that that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
That
happened.
makes sense.
That
I don't
makes
know
For
that
him
it-
to
That
assume.
Melody
That you just
Yeah, and so
changed
Melody just
to-
gets relieved.
Just
and
in
goes,
the middle
Okay.
of the
Okay.
randomly, and this old lady
Yeah.
in a dream was like, bone shadow. And I was like, what does that mean? She was like, peace.
Peace.
There was a
Bone
bear that
shadow.
destroyed a van.
Yeah, no. Okay. You don't.
BS for life.
You weren't there for that
Pass
part.
that on. That's fine. We can work
Yeah,
that out.
we
Anyways, my friend needs some help. If you could,
Thank you.
if you could, help her with those mysteries, I think both she and I would really appreciate
Certainly,
it.
I can assist and provide what guidance is available. We have not yet had a proper moot for the bone shadows in some time, but there is one coming up shortly. Perhaps I could invite her and bring her towards the rituals.
Yes. Yes.
Excellent. All right. We shall see when the moon is right.
All right. Well, we have a lot of things to do, but also we should probably eat and share our
Indeed.
plans.
What time
so-
is it?
Okay. So
Well, the
I'm-
car exploded in the early morning, I think.
yes,
It is
and
now
then you
nighttime.
But then we fought a time villain, so you
Yeah.
could say.
Then we
yeah.
fought a Disney monster. So it's probably like what, 10 at night?
I'd say it's like
Because it's
9
closed. So 9.
9 o'clock.
Oh, yep, that's 2
It's
days no
closed
sleep.
not because of the late hour. It's closed because of the explosion.
That's fair.
So while they're gone, does Heike stay with us?
Oh yeah, no, Heike's been with you guys the entire
So
time.
Heike, what's your deal?
Nice.
Hey, he's new. I just want to know.
I mean, I'm just, your regular workaday, awesome in every way, Storm Lord, chilling out, and fighting some evil spirits with my mom.
What's it like being a Stormlord and having a tribe?
It's pretty cool. I mean,
Pretty cool.
it's pretty cool. Like, I mean, we learn all this stuff about, making sure that the world is in order and that people know what they need to do at a given moment.
So you're putting people in their place?
Kinda. I mean, if you put someone in their place,
Then they'll do their job, right?
it's complicated. Because,
Okay.
you gotta find a way to... You gotta find a way to respect the people under you while also being able to lead them, It takes work.
It's important to be able to communicate with people effectively and make
Yeah.
sure that everybody is doing the job that's
Yeah,
best for
we're not
them
here to
and-
beat people up and piss on them unless they absolutely need to be beaten up and pissed on.
Are you better than your brother?
I mean, yeah.
I'm just curious.
Well, I mean, what did you think he was gonna say?
Maybe be humble and say, no, we're both equal. We excel at different things, but we're both really good at the things that we do.
That seems
something more like a
was
neutral.
optimistic.
I've been doing this for
way.
way longer than he has because he's been doing it for like 2 days.
Oh, that is true. That is true. He did just change. But
Can Loki come back into the
But I
scene
mean,
now?
so-
Yeah,
did
no,
I,
absolutely.
so-
Melody and
Slouch.
Loki are returning back.
Oh, are you making my brother defend his entire politics and viewpoint on the world?
No.
I'm just curious. I was curious about what tribe he was a part of and if he thinks he's better than you, and he's like, yeah, of course I am.
I
I'm
mean,
like, well,
It
No,
did start
I-
off a little antagonistic. I'm not gonna
I just said what's
lie
his deal
about
was.
what happened.
Yeah, no,
But when
it's
you
it's
say
called,
what's your
oh,
deal
great.
to someone, you just have
know,
a certain sort of ominous vibe.
I mean, hey,
I
if
mean,
you wanted to learn more about the Stormlords, he sort of sidles up. I could, maybe take you to a moot sometime, introduce you to a few people.
give him some private lessons.
You could. Do you guys have a pamphlet or a dossier of main key points?
Also, I haven't been doing this
Discord
for
channel?
2 days. I've been doing the shaman thing my entire life. I've just only been able to throw cars at people for 2 days.
What was your moon again?
Fuck, I can't keep forgetting that you
he's
can
in
hear us
Araka?
now.
Oh, that's right.
He's an Araka, and Melody's a Caliph.
I had it written down.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Sure, when's your
Which,
next
yes,
one?
I want to talk to your mom.
And where?
a lot about.
I want you to talk to my mom, too.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna get back to you on that. Okay, I don't know when the next one's coming up for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because, we're sort of trying to get everything stable after what happened, in Minnesota and in Denver. So, schedule's a bit up in the air, but hey, you got a phone number?
Do you want
Yeah.
me to figure out when the next move will be?
you should
Because,
give him your phone number.
Iron
I'll
Master is
give him my
actually
phone
really good at that.
Well, there you go.
I can do.
I'm
no,
intrigued.
it's all good, dude.
bonding
It's all
now.
good, dude.
Huh?
You're bonding.
Anyway,
I
Yeah,
see.
no.
I just like to just cut through this stuff and just ask. and-
just puts, his phone in there.
I mean, yeah, he comes
You
off
know-
strong, but he's really very friendly and caring.
Yep, I care.
Cool. Yeah. You do. Just
Mm-hmm.
looks you up and down and says, "Okay, right. I should go and I guess well, we aren't going to be assaulting that thing tonight, so
So I guess it looks like you're spending the night.
yeah. I guess
So that
if we could have use of your woods, we would be most appreciative. Thank you.
and if we can, get you dinner or anything in the house,
That's
obviously.
what the woods are for. My mom is hype.
No.
She needs to kill what
No,
she eats.
Okay, that's
We'll be
just
able
forget that I said anything.
Don't worry,
If you
we
want
will-
coffee, It's
Coffee
late,
is
don't have
appreciative.
coffee.
Is appreciated.
Okay, sorry.
Also, Tina,
Yeah, no.
can you
Do we have to eat deer again, Mom?
We have some popcorn and
You can
toast.
eat geese. There are no natural predators for geese. We're heroes.
Yeah,
Never
my
killed them.
sister did just go to the store, so like
So we do
have
have other
groceries
stuff if you don't want to
also.
hunt for food.
I need to hunt for food.
That's
says-
okay, but what about Heike? Does he have
I
to
mean, I could stick for dinner.
hunt? Okay.
Sure. Cool. And so,
Okay, cool.
Also, Henry might have a lead on if there was a break-in on those dolls, so we might be able to
Yeah.
find and track whoever may be working on the outside.
Because that does seem like
that's
the
a bigger
big priority
that is
right
a
now.
that is
so-
a new piece of information that is higher on the priority of if there is an agent outside to find them and deal with them.
Although I do actually, I have to say, I was just going over my list,
Mm-hmm.
and I have something on the priority to-do list that is actually even higher than that, especially considering what time of day it is.
Okay.
We're going to eat dinner, and then you need to go to bed. It's on the list.
by the way, it's about this time that you get a phone
It's on
call,
the list.
Mr. E.
Who is it?
Shockingly, it's Dave Laghari.
Tea station. Tea, not station.
Yep, from
Yeah,
the Cozy
it's
Nook
the-
Tea
Yes,
Shop.
it's
Cozy
the-
Nook Tea Shop, man.
Hey Dave.
Hey, you doing okay?
Oh yeah, doing great. It's one of my college friends came into town, and I'm gonna be spending some time. What's up?
If you've got some time tomorrow, there's kind of a meeting happening.
What kind of a meeting?
Look, I know you're new, very new, but you've been really trustworthy and straight with us. And you were there for Bina when she was scared out of her mind.
When and where?
Shit, there's some... The tea shop after hours, 9:30. I know it's late, but...
Tonight?
No, tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Yeah, no, I'm getting a couple of people together to... There's some weird stuff going on in this town, man, and it's honestly scaring me.
I've heard. But yeah, we can definitely look into that. I will definitely be there.
And for the record, I tried to talk to the cops. I know you're tight with Danny, right?
I know her. Yeah, we became fast friends at the bear attack.
Maybe keep that up, but maybe just look, she's been making a lot of excuses for a lot of stuff, and it's kind of why we're meeting. And
Who's all going to be there?
I'll let you know when they get there. Just mostly some folks around. Me being just I asked some folks from the historical society and a couple of people from the local Krypton hunters. Gonna figure out what's going on, okay?
Okay.
Like, just
I'll see what information I can get between now and then. Get some sleep. You sound really stressed.
thanks.
You need to
This
keep your head on
has
if we're
been
going to
a
have
really
a talk.
scary week.
Yeah.
And yeah, no.
All right. Thanks. Get some sleep.
Okay.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, that's good advice. You should also do that.
That's not great.
How many other supernaturals did he accidentally invite, though, is my question.
I mean, it seems like you've been invited to the werewolf hunting.
I've been
meeting,
invited to
so-
into something, and I'm gonna go to a place with stuff. How good are you with people, Mr. Stormlord Man, and keeping people in their place?
So
As you're my
part
old
of
college.
that is so
How
important.
old is Heike?
Heike is
I think
old
he's...
enough that he should know better because he's older than you.
Yeah,
So he's
I
like
think he has
maybe
2 years
24,
on me.
25.
So he's like 21.
Yeah.
He's like 25.
Okay, he's 25.
And
Okay.
you're
Yeah,
like
no.
22.
He's 19.
21.
You're like
I don't know.
19.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
I am
No,
a baby.
so-
Aha, I'm not the youngest person here.
I'm a baby who knows things then.
Yeah, no. So Heike is like sitting there going like, okay, so that really depends on the circumstances, man. Like, what exactly is it that you're trying to put in their place?
I don't know, but you're gonna be my college friend or roommate, and
Yeah.
you're gonna come with me to like maybe I don't know yet.
No, man, they're
I
not
need
going to
some
buy.
sleep. I need some sleep.
Dude, they're not going to buy college roommate. But maybe if we just said that we're close for the meeting, perfect cover to sneak in.
We already have exchanged numbers. You're moving a little.
Sorry.
There's a lot.
Worth a shot.
It
I
Had to
respect
shoot the shot there.
You
I
did
respect the hustle. I'm gonna
We'll
be
just say
honest
your
with you.
shot is pending. It's like on the way.
Sorry.
so
Yeah,
You've
no.
lobbed
It's
it
all
and
cool,
it's
dude.
just in the arc.
It's one of those lobs, so it's in the arc. So we'll see if you score.
Maybe,
Got it.
maybe
So
you
I
were
have
doing your
'cause I got
PhD
the
while he was
sense-
an undergrad.
Because, I got the sense that Claire was
Maybe
hooking up with Loki, so...
Ah,
Okay.
So we're gonna
so that wasn't- that
we're gonna
wa-
halt that conversation right now.
Okay.
So
Sorry.
1,
Right.
we're gonna get some food. 2, I
feel-
guess I have to get sleep.
yes.
And then at 9 o'clock, I have a meeting to go and deal with the townsfolk.
9:30 p.m.
Yes.
So we have plenty
You
of time
have-
during the day.
We
to
have a
do
full
things.
dance card.
I'm just saying, I have plans, and this is actually really important.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
well,
that's
I'm not
a thing I can't miss.
crazy
tomorrow, let's
about
maybe do, like, ball
us
stuff.
splitting up while there's so many factions at play. So somebody should go with you, and somebody should be with Claire.
Well, I mean, it sounds like we do have a date already lined up with.
Again, let me sleep on it.
that is true.
Let me sleep on it.
Sorry. Hey,
I gotta
dude,
sleep on it
honestly,
before I make a decision.
Honestly, okay, dude, I'm gonna level with you. Like, I get stressed out sometimes, and this is just... Sometimes flirting is my way of, like, reaching out. Mom says that
How
it's
about
a
this?
unfair compensation for stress about circumstances beyond my control, but, like, come
Okay,
on,
high
there's
key.
no circumstance beyond my control.
Yeah, I
High
really want
key?
to talk to your mom.
Sorry.
So, Heike, this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna go home, have dinner. I would appreciate if you would spend time with, like, platonically right now. Spend time
Right.
with me in my area, just so I
That-
have another person.
Honestly, very fair, dude. Sorry. Yeah, no. So, what do you guys want to do?
We're gonna get food at the house.
Great. All right.
Yeah, I was gonna
What are
say.
we cooking?
We'll ask Jeeves.
Yeah.
Jeeves?
Yeah, you know the old '90s search engine. Oh man.
I thought you were gonna say Jeeves and Booster, like
So you
no,
guys
but-
go back
You know, Fried
to
Lord.
you guys go back to your
No,
den
I know
and
SG.
very quickly
It's
find
from the.
you
well, there's
find
the TV show that's an adaptation of the books. It's
Danny,
like a comedy of villains about
you
like
find
a
Danny, Henry, and
very efficient butler.
Okay.
Henry and Sophia sitting around a table looking at some paperwork saying, right, so it looks like the thief came in an unlabeled van, but maybe we could track the tire tracks?
Yes, we can.
Oh,
Oh, thank God! Let's
Welcome
talk
back.
about creepy dolls. That's great. Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about anything that isn't.
sorry, I've been...
That isn't.
Spring wedding.
That isn't. Oh my God. Don't.
We were trying to track down those... We were trying to track down those thieves.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if we've met yet. Who's this guy?
oh, this is my brother Heike.
Oh,
This is Henry,
oh, cool.
Sophia, and
Oh,
Danny.
did your mom leave already to go hunt in the woods? 'Cause,
Yeah, she's off hunting in the woods.
His mom is off in the woods hunting.
Okay, I do really want to talk
I
to your mom.
see.
Yeah, she'll-
Talk
Okay.
To mom. Okay.
It will take her no time to kill an elk.
Oh,
believe
I
that.
respect
Oh,
That-
cool.
probably.
So
In fact, you know what? That's
gun,
just going on the
bow.
list.
Wait, that's a
Talk
stupid
to.
question. Moving along. Right. So, here's what we found out.
Okay.
Whoever these people are, they clearly have some sort of skill. There was only one camera angle on it.
Okay.
They were all wearing gloves. They were moving oddly slowly. And they broke into the store after hours. Who robs a toy shop after hours? There was no money in the till, nothing. Just...
Did they break in through the front door, or how did they break in?
They broke through the front door. I didn't see them pick the lock. It looked like it just opened. Somehow.
When
But
you say they moved weirdly
there was no audio
slowly,
on it, so there might have been a crack of some kind.
Was there anything else weird about their movement, or was it just slow? But did it look off or
They
jerky,
seemed-
or...
I don't know. They seemed... Their
Like they-
posture wasn't the best.
Like they move
Bad
jerky,
posture.
like a puppet.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay,
Here,
good.
here's the video.
Oh,
Okay.
yes,
They
perfect.
pull it up on Sophia's laptop. I bought a laptop, by the way.
Good.
Oh, yeah, great,
Great.
perfect.
Okay. Just, reasonable model that only costs $3,000.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, great. So,
Oh, did you get a coffee
How much
machine?
can a banana cost if you think about it?
How
Yeah,
much is milk anyway? $3?
oh yes, coffee machine came from Home Depot.
Thank you.
You okay with Keurig? I know they're bad for the environment, but they're so convenient.
I mean, I can...
I keep on telling
Is
you.
it my op-
I keep on telling you, mistress, says Jeeves, appearing in a pop right behind. I'm perfectly capable of making things with a good old-fashioned French press.
I'm with
I
you.
mean,
on
if you
that
also
one.
just want to get a French press, we can also
I
just
thought
get
he
a
was going to
French
say,
press.
we have metaphysical coffee. There's no need to truck with Home Depot.
I'm sorry, are you asking me to make coffee with essence in it? Because I could try, though I'd have to get the essence.
Nope, that's fine. Nope.
Okay.
Anyway, back to the video.
Actually,
Yes,
I
right,
would
I-
love that if that's on the menu. But
I mean, I can't just move on from that right away. I do want to follow up on that at some point. Like,
Yep.
I
that-
don't know if I would be able to do that. Perhaps if you spent some time working to build up our relationship. This is something you might be able to unlock with totem points.
okay,
Yes.
essence
that's very tempting, I have to
coffee.
say.
Be better friends with Jeeves for essence coffee.
In any case, so in any case, yeah, you see an image of some like tall but somewhat hunched beings. You go ahead and roll me an intelligence investigation, everyone who wants to, watching this video.
Yes.
This is just the single security camera of this toy shop. They
I
didn't think it
have-
was a high security thing. It's just a toy shop.
All right, I am spending a willpower.
What kind of freak steals dolls from a toy shop?
This might be a
Shit.
stretch. But can I use my fetish to enhance the footage or something?
Enhance.
This is not CSI Miami, so no. Sorry.
Okay.
Horatio Kane is a cryptid, as we all know. That was
Oh,
4.
no.
I rolled 3 10s in a row.
No, still
Quite
rolling.
something.
Oh, nice.
Two.
Perfect. Excellent. All right, so you two, with the 2 successes, notice that these people are moving very oddly. It's clear that you can't really discern anything about gender or sex or just any sort of presentation. They're all covered in black and very clearly professionals of some kind. But they are on the shorter side, and they're also a bit curved and hunched over, whatever that means. There's something very familiar about them, and it's giving you flashbacks to what happened with Lauren.
Okay. So these might not be the, like, mooks, but, like, the cultists themselves. Is what's...
Well,
You're
the
saying?
things that attacked Lauren had a lot more tentacles,
Okay.
but they're also moving a little bit like them. You don't know what's up there.
So there's something weird.
Okay.
I'm sorry we couldn't get more information. It's
You said there's a van? Can you see the license plate in the picture?
black van, no license plates.
But there are tire tracks?
There were.
Okay.
Excellent. I will...
We'll see if we can't.
add that
I'm
to my
running it
list.
through the database, but the honest truth is tires it's not a super reliable science. A lot of different places use generic tires.
You don't need science to track people when
Fair
you're
enough.
magic.
I
mean,
keep forgetting we can do that. I don't, says Claire. Sorry,
Sophia.
says
Danny?
Hi.
Danny in everyone's head.
So the
Yeah.
good news is it's not a new
Good
thing on the
luck.
list. It's just a subsection of an already existing
Just-
thing on the list.
Please
so.
stop doing that, says Sophia. But you make such funny noises when I do that.
Also, Danny, I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need to pick your brain tomorrow. At some point about police,
The police.
Yep.
Look, I've been doing my best to cover your asses
and
here.
that's what I want to talk to you about. Is that? Don't worry about it right now. It's a thing for tomorrow.
Okay.
I have been scolded that I have only a half an hour to remain awake, and then I must go to sleep.
Yeah. Also, we didn't cover it earlier, but Loki did
Jeeves
obviously
appears
say
behind
we're
you
gonna
by
do
the
a
window.
clutch and do a great hunt.
Wait, what's a what? Huh?
Yeah, that sounds. I mean, that sounds fine with me.
I talked to my mom, Melody,
Yes, please.
and we were
Yes,
talking
Jeeves
about
appears with chamomile tea.
doing a
for-
great hunt with all the packs in the area against this Idagam. So it would be us, the Notes, the Cloven Whispers, and hopefully my Lodgewire friends up in Colorado Springs, which, you know, would be what I'm probably doing tomorrow, now that I think about it.
You know,
Yeah, I have another lead that I need to find. Because they said something of great creation could wreck its shit, right? Okay.
indeed. Oh, I looked it up.
I don't know about that one.
There was an Andrew in our family tree.
And with that, I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks for the tea.
Eat something.
Okay. Grab
By the
some
way, it's about
toast.
at this point that a very large wolf marches in and drops a pair of fish on the ground in front of Haiki, who immediately picks them up and goes, "Thanks, Mom. These are going to be delicious in the fryer. I prefer to poach fish." Dude, you've clearly never had them properly fried.
Pikey, I'm going to bed. Snaps his fingers and is like, up.
Okay, yes, sir. Then follows him up.
Congratulations. He's into that.
I don't love knowing that, but yeah.
I guess this is just part of your life now.
Yeah.
So, sorry about that,
I'm going to just...
among
I said I'm going to bed.
other things.
Oh. Anyway,
Yep.
Have fun
drawing a
with that.
curtain over that,
Please don't do anything that I can hear with super hearing.
that's impossible.
Oh no, we just platonically go to bed.
Please
Like,
don't do
me on
anything
one
that
side,
Loki
me on the
can
other.
do with
So
Don't have impure thoughts, I know it.
Yeah,
it's on your conscience.
I don't even know, but... Well, in any case, Jeeves starts poaching some lovely fresh fish, along with, you know, some garlic and herb butter, and a nice bit of lemon.
I really appreciate this.
Yes. Doing
really
some
long day.
asparagus on the side. Do you enjoy asparagus?
I can live with asparagus.
I
Yeah.
love asparagus.
Excellent. All right. And
Thank
so, you know, putting it over a bed of rice pilaf and just setting it out in front of you. Just,
This is so good. Thank
yeah.
you.
Jeeves is very good at making food for people. So the wolf, like Sophia is looking down at the enormous wolf that's sitting just in there and goes, "Are you a person?"
Yes.
Oh, this is my mom, by the way. This is...
I can see where you got your looks.
We never really described what my mom looks like. I was
So
I was
She
gonna
was
say
being
like Floor
polite
Jansen.
about-
So your mom is like, imagine if Falcor was a werewolf in, you know, all of
Incredibly
that
majestic.
glory, but not with white fur, but with black fur. But, you know, still shimmering as it goes through, as sort of flowy.
I wanna
She's
be
very
your-
majestic.
I want to be your mom when I grow up.
I want to be my mom when I grow up. What do you think?
It's respect.
In any case, In any case, the wolf wanders off behind, comes back, as your mom, and says, "Good evening, it's lovely to meet you."
Hi, yes, ma'am. I know that we very briefly met, but it's really good to meet you, and I would love to pick your brain at some point about many,
Yes, I
many
understand that your
multiple
teachers.
things.
I understand that your teachers tragically passed in the Minnesota incident. I'm terribly sorry. Don't worry, we'll be able to help you get into the. We'll be able to help you become initiated into the secrets and understanding the boundaries between life and death in no time.
That sounds awesome. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I guess they were kind of. I didn't really have teachers. They were. I only became a werewolf like 3 days ago.
They were just throwing you into the fires already. Oh.
So. It's been a long 3 weeks.
Sorry,
3 days.
hang on a second. I'm just going to make a quick check for your mom.
Okay.
See how good she is at piecing together something.
She knows that I should not have become a Kahalith if I changed 3 days ago. She's like, wait
No,
a second.
becoming a Kahalith is a thing. Becoming a bone shadow, not so...
But also the moon was also fucky at the time.
Yes, that's also weird. Wait a minute. You're of the Kahalith auspice.
Yes, ma'am.
The moon... That wasn't the moon phase 3 days ago.
Nope. That is actually on my list. Weird moon. But we haven't been able to get to it because of all of the
And I'm sorry, you said that
stuff?
you were a bone shadow. You smell like my tribe, but you found it... You only changed 3 days ago. Did someone initiate you into the higher learnings of the spiritual realm very, very quickly?
So, take this with a grain of, I don't actually know what it's supposed to be like to turn into a werewolf, because I literally, found out that werewolves existed, and I guess I was wolf-blooded, so they were kind of, taking care of me a little bit, and then, 4 days ago, I just had a fight with my sister, and then just turned into a werewolf, and then I got knocked out and had a dream where an old lady just sort of pointed at me and said, "Bone shadow!" And then I woke up, and then ever since then it's been pretty busy.
So, your mom is an extremely calm person when all of her kids are not simultaneously egging her on.
Sure, yeah.
You have never seen her bug-eyed before.
So I'm doing my best, but I feel like I'm missing out on some crucial background.
You're telling me that you were personally chosen by Death Wolf herself.
If that's who that was, then maybe?
Your mother falls down to her knees
in
front of...
Oh no, please don't do that.
Her.
Oh, please don't do that. I hate
course.
everything about this.
She rises. Of course chosen.
No. Don't help. No.
I
don't-
know, I'm sorry. You must be so afraid.
Kind of a thing, Red Wolf comes to me in dreams sometimes, and...
See? It's about him!
Red Wolf comes to you in dreams. He did not personally guide you into the tribe. You found that through your own. You worked through your own efforts.
Well, that is true.
I am hoisted by my own petard of
But
making
I
Ego
don't
Mr. Ego
understand.
bed.
Yes.
I
Yes, you
want
are.
to understand. Please, I want to understand.
Oh.
Do you know why you were chosen?
Because it's wait, something interesting's happening now.
I don't.
Well, obviously.
I can't shrug hard enough. I'm sorry.
Well, she does work in mysterious ways, doesn't she? Putting you in touch with my son so I would come into your life to be able to be your guide. Oh, it's like being chosen by proxy. I'm so excited. All right.
Congratulations.
Absolutely. Don't worry. I'm sorry, I know that this must be enormously overwhelming for you, but the Bone Shadow tribe is one of the most revered groups of werewolves amongst all of the packs. We are those who seek and balance between life and death, between spirit and flesh, in a truly great way. We are the learners of rituals. We are the explorers of the great beyond. We are the guidance. We seek deep understanding of the mystical through an embrace of the wild and its tradition and the stories of those in our past. The only other group who bears similarities and focuses on the future and the new creations are the Iron Masters. She gestures to low key.
He'll give one of those little
We are in some ways.
so satisfied bows that he does.
I will not. I, of course, loved your father for many reasons, but I will say that we balance each other quite well.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, we are not in a relationship. I just feel like that needs to be established because apparently Heidi got some vibes.
Yeah, why do people keep saying that?
I don't know.
I honestly did not get that impression.
Okay, I just felt like it was worth establishing because of the
No,
metaphor.
I know what when my son looks at someone who he cares about. You know, Miss Jenny Albright in 4th grade.
Yeah, Loki turns bright red and then just walks into the kitchen.
Okay, so I'm just writing down Jenny Albright. We will follow up on that later.
He's not in the room. He can hear everything, but he can't see him.
I know, you can hear it. Oh, dear.
But in any case,
Albright.
but I suppose understanding. So, first, why don't we just start with our name? Here, she reaches into her purse and she pulls out a jar of bones. Tell me. Catch. Throws you one. When you hold a bone and look at it,
Yeah.
are you familiar with the practice of casting bones?
I've heard about it. I've never done it.
Reading bones is an old method of divination. Connects you to the lost. It doesn't really matter what kind, but the point of our name is looking beneath the surface. There are many people who will cast bones and just read them from their position, read them and assume that the material substance of the bone is what is important. But they don't look towards the shadows.
See where you're going with that, yeah.
Exactly. It is the shape of the shadows. It is the shape of how the bone affects the world around it that is important. Far more important than the bone itself. You must learn in your time in this tribe to be able to separate objects and effects. For the effects are the spirit, and the object is merely flesh. But the effects of the object can come back upon it. Perhaps a shadow of a bone is long enough to attract someone that wants to come and gobble it up. They are tied to each other. They are one, but they are still cause and effect. I apologize. I'm told I can be somewhat esoteric in discussions like this. Is this being helpful?
Yeah, no, I think I get it. It's about the relationship between them and the way that the one causes the other one, which then also bounds back and goes back to the first one in sort of the conversation that they have.
Indeed. Many people speak of spirits as though it's some sort of cycle, but that is not entirely accurate. A cycle implies that one thing is causing another thing, when they are really the same thing. They are just disconnected. Unfortunately, they're forced apart. There was a time when they were one thing, but tragically, Father Wolf decided to sunder reality. Have you been told the tale of Pangea?
I'm going to disappoint you when I answer that question, because the
You
answer
can't.
is...
I know that it's all right if you've heard something in a geography textbook or an ancient history textbook or something.
The answer is I have heard it in a werewolf context, but I was like half paying attention because I had finals.
Ah,
I'm gonna be honest with you. That is my answer to that question.
I understand. There's a moment when her eyes glaze over as though she is recounting the war that it has been to beat this sort of information into both of her, all three of her children.
In my defense, I did not think that it would become specifically directly relevant to me at the time.
I understand. It's relevant to everyone, though, because all are spirit and flesh in some ways.
Yeah.
In some ways, I suppose a good way to phrase it is that, honestly, the half-death is a good example of what the Sundering created. Before Father Wolf howled and split the worlds of spirit and flesh in two, the concept of a perfect difference between life and death was unusual. Certainly there were creatures of the underworld who came back and forth, but there was movement between them in some ways. Certainly that path has continued to be opened by ourselves and by some others. There are those who are human, who are bound to the underworld and can see through it and into it and travel along it, in the same way that we bone shadows can. But before the Sundering, the concept of the half-death would not have made sense. And because this was made in a time where it did not make sense, it is unbalanced fundamentally. A concept that should be about a balance, an inflection point, has broken down.
Okay.
Understanding this may help you immediately in your endeavors. It is honestly a shame that we cannot find a way to bring this spirit back into harmony with itself. Perhaps it would just be some sort of spirit of, I don't know, vampires or those who are bound with ghost and flesh, but...
I mean, so this is, I can only assume is a really stupid question, but so if the logic is that the problem with the Idigam is that it's a spirit of a concept that fundamentally doesn't make sense.
Indeed.
But with this specific one, because it's the half-death, at the time it was created, it fundamentally doesn't make sense. But now, after the Sundering, it does actually kind of make sense.
Indeed.
So is there a way to just sort of, I don't know, pull it in or remind it or tell it, hey, you are a concept that works now?
It's possible. But the problem is... She looks actually quite dour when you say that. The problem here is that... This feels extremely dark to say. I fear it's too late. It has now been formed into something that is defined by its monstrosity. If it had been created at a time when there was an environment, an ecosystem that it could exist in, then that would be one thing, but it's something that was created before we had the words to express what it was. And because it is created divorced from that reality, it is wrong in 1,000 tiny ways. We would have to... It is built on an idea of undeath that is not what is here. It can relate to them and connect in some small ways, but it is not perfect. It is always held at arm's reach in little small ways that prevent it from ever feeling whole. Why do you think it's constantly reaching out, grasping for more and more? It is unnatural, and unfortunately, I know of no way to make it natural.
I mean, could we... Because, I mean, we know how to... I mean, not that we know the specific... Well, I mean, we know some of the specific ways, but, I mean, we don't have a specific, tangible plan for fundamentally reducing it, but we have some ideas. I mean, we've pushed the boundaries back a little bit, so if we made it smaller or more compact and we could get it more manageable. Also, I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about fundamentally.
No, you're not wrong. It's just, I might not be the right person to ask about that. No, you're correct. It's sensible even, and it fits with the idea of pursuing balance, but it would require a fundamental re-understanding of the universe, and I might not be the best for that. Look to my son if you want that.
Hey, Loki, stop hiding in the kitchen.
Fine.
Okay, so Jessica, as soon as he comes out.
It was Johnny, actually. Thanks for that.
I didn't actually write it down because that seemed mean, and this is what happens when I don't write things down, is I immediately... Okay, but no, actually, we're talking about universal balance.
And whether there would be a way to enhance universal balance through the mean of an innovation by curing an idiom.
That would be quite something. According to Lydia, there's a faction that is working to unbind it from its chosen place. So I think, unless we have a real active inspiration in the next couple days, we might have to go with destruction instead of reinterpretation.
I mean,
for this particular entity. I mean, it would be quite something if we could split into an entity of life and death, or make it a entity of transportation. But I'm not sure that's
even
what
just
its
sticking.
nature is.
We were talking about, like, it is like, you know, half death, the weird death stuff is like, I mean, I don't know, it could be the vampire spirit or the ghost spirit or that, I don't know.
It's an interesting theory. Unfortunately, I don't know if we have the time to put it into practice. Think of it like a cancerous tumor of a major important organ. Obviously, removing the organ would be tragic and finding a replacement extremely difficult, but think of instead if we had some medicine that could turn that tumor back into whole flesh, back to what it was supposed to be doing, then obviously that would be the better solution. But we don't know how to do that. So we're forced to remove it, because it's trying to kill us now.
But I mean, you're right that there's a time crunch here. So, I mean, I feel like what we should do, I say, again, I feel like I need to keep putting out there, not knowing what I'm talking about fundamentally. It seems like we should, the first thing we need to do is stop it spreading.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we do, like, I mean, if nothing else, we don't necessarily have to come up with some new, brand new idea of creation. We have the ritual for curing undead, which we know provably works. So if we could do that,
we could make works of art inside its boundary. as long as, dolls weren't trying to swarm over and kill us.
And so just have like one really dedicated artist, and then the rest of us are purifying the swarming undead as they.
I did see some very interesting pieces of art on the way in here.
I do not want to put somebody through that who's a regular person. But my point is, it feels like we don't have to do one. Like, it feels like it would be counterproductive at this point to just focus on one instead of the other, because we want to stop it from spreading, and we also want to make it smaller. And we can do both of those as it comes up. And if at some point we're like, oh, wow, we made it so tiny that it's just a little evil being running around the mansion, then we could deal with that at that point. But
It makes sense. No,
I'm...
you found a very clever young woman to be in a pack with.
I think she was in the pack before I showed up, technically. But yes, I'm pretty happy with my pack for the most part.
oh, I note that for the most part, and it's going in the records.
Indeed. Well, do you people want to take our food outside and eat under the stars? I
Yeah, we could eat
feel
at
as
our
though it's a
locus.
bit noisy in here. Just wanders off and brings it out.
Your mom is very zen.
She is most of the time.
I did get that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm up for having my little footsies in the hot spring while we eat some
You
fish.
have some
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, no, you have some lovely fish. It's quite a nice time, and actually get some sleep. Good God, when has that ever happened? I presume, unless one of you wants to run off and punch Godzilla somewhere.
No, I sleep.
Okay,
I'm so tired.
excellent.
You better be sleeping.
For
Eventually.
for multiple reasons, you better be sleeping.
Feel,
Having sex with your
we-
brother I'm not having sex with your brother yet. Jeez, calm
Oh,
down.
good. Glad to hear that one.
Just be like, Jeeves, go check and make sure that you can hear little snoring noises. Go
Okay.
tuck him in. Just Jeeves going.
Okay, so all I'm going to ask you is how chipper is High Key the next morning?
Probably pleasant, but no like sex or anything happened. It was just
Okay.
being like in the essence of full disclosure, it was probably when Mr. E was asleep, there was probably a lot of restless sleeping, and basically ended up probably Heike might have just ended up cuddling him just
That's
to
fair.
like, because it's a lot of
No, okay.
crying and stirring and twitching and calling out a different name that he doesn't know. So
Fair enough. No, it's fair.
it's trauma sleep.
He could turn to a big dog, and then you could...
Yeah, no,
Sleep on a
he
big
will
dog.
gleefully do that if
So
that's what
Heike is
helps.
100% like, oh no, he's wounded.
Oh yeah, like oh no, he's wounded and sleeping, so I'm just gonna be here, and then when he calms down, I'm gonna move away and not say anything of what I've seen. One of those
Okay.
like being very respectful.
Nope,
about,
nope,
like,
that
some
pretty
traumas
much
happened.
tracks.
Oh shit.
No, that pretty much tracks. And, so the next morning, High Key is making you pancakes and arguing with Jeeves over whether they should have strawberries or chocolate chips in them, compromising on both.
Everything has to be competition, so Loki's also in the kitchen.
Oh, God. What is Loki making for breakfast?
He's making omelets because it has to be different, and we're werewolves, so protein's actually better for us, and each omelet is perfect.
So he's just pointing out, omelets do actually have more protein,
Yeah,
so they are
if you
better
think
for
about it
you, if you
intellectually,
think
what
about
I'm
it.
doing is actually more
So as we're
intelligent
both
and
not
more
cooking, it's
crafty.
like-
Yes.
Dude, you do know that cleaving to human is how you don't get,
So I
sucked
have my
into the
own
spirit
list of
realm.
things that I
This is allowing us to
Oh,
indulge in our
perfect, I
human
love
side
lists.
so that we're more
Yeah.
balanced.
It may involve
Yes, but
inventing
I've been a human up till 40 hours
cult.
ago, so this makes sense for me
I,
if you think about
I
it.
did some work when I went upstairs. Okay,
you just
so don't
thought
be
hockey.
bad.
I'm going to be a
But-
little mad. I'm not
Then
mad, I'm
Danny just
disappointed.
shouts in
No,
from
I have
the
a list
door,
of
just fuck already!
possible.
Wait,
And then
who?
Heike
What?
looks horrified and turns
Wait,
away.
who's what? Huh?
What?
This is just Danny being an asshole.
I in character, we're both like, we were just half paying
We were
attention
just
to
talking,
that,
and
so
then it
we
was
were
like, just
wait,
fuck
what?
already.
Who?
Wait, who? Danny, who?
It could have been so many people that we're gonna be figuring it out for the next like 10 minutes.
Who? Danny, just who? Actually, instead of answering that question, I have other questions that you can answer.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, what's
So,
going on? You were talking last night about something
Regarding
going on.
the incidents that you've covered for us,
Yeah?
can you tell me what excuse you gave for each incident, please?
Okay.
So let's start off with the gas station.
Right. That was was a grizzly bear attack
Okay.
and a fuel explosion.
Okay. The explosion on the Tesla.
That was caused by a downed power wire. I had bolt cutters.
Downed power wire.
Thank you for writing this down.
I'm
Obviously, any sightings of a mysterious
Furry
person was
Okay.
either a dude in a suit, obviously. You can see the zipper. Zipper. Oh, hey, Loki, can you Photoshop this for me for a zipper?
Just put in.
Oh yeah, he does it like instantly.
Was there anything
Yeah,
about
perfect.
Was there anything about a break in the historical society?
Historical Society break-in. There wasn't a break. I mean, there was a break-in at the Historical Society, but like, oh shit, that was you guys?
It was returned.
Right. Oh,
Yeah, it
right,
was
that
them.
whole shit.
It was us, and we returned it. So I don't know if there was any report
Okay,
on that.
I'll have to make up a new excuse for that one, but honestly, it's not a high priority on
Cool.
the list, so it's not a
Um,
huge deal.
But
Has
I
there
mean,
been-
the Historical Society people will be at
Honestly,
the meeting,
drunk-
so-
I have
honest-
that written down. of
The
things that
real
they might
answer
mention.
there is drunk tourist.
Cool. Has there been any reports of missing bodies in the graveyards?
What?
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
then no, cool.
Doll thieves.
Can we go back to the missing body?
Dolls.
Doll thieves. What is the explanation there?
I believe that it's a classic, but it's a good one. Drunk tourists.
Okay, cool. I can work.
When in doubt.
I can work with those two.
Because who the fuck else would steal a big pile of dolls?
A cult. People that have agometophilia. It's the sexual attraction to dolls and statues and stuff.
Why do you know that off
Why
the
is that
top
off
of
Because
the
your
dome?
head?
I looked it up last night. Well, before I went to bed. It's too. So you're gonna have to stay with me on this. If they're going to discuss one, if it has been brought, there are
No,
dead.
no, this is
there-
the ST talking for a moment. I'm just bringing up a momentary, you knowing that and the fact that Joey was a sculptor, combined, kind of moving on.
Yep.
But just pointing that out there.
Yep.
Anyway.
So if they mention, I have a list of things they might mention at the meeting
And you
tonight.
have the excuses already. to go.
Correct. And that the fact of the doll thieves and possible missing bodies in graveyards could be used as the bones for a an offshoot of that community to basically create dolls and stuff out of
Human bits.
bones. And
Okay.
they're using the dolls for like clothing or eyes because corpses
Okay,
don't have
so
eyes.
a bunch of
Okay,
people
so
making
that's
weird
like
blow-up dolls.
worse than the actual explanation, though. I just
didn't even
want
think
the
they was
record
making
to
a
show
hyper-liminal
that, like,
being
a
that would be
corpse
more stable.
with fake doll eyes.
That's why I'm saying it's going to be the
Is-
cult. I've already named the cult.
That's horrible.
Right.
I
It
know,
is
what
worse.
so
actually
bad.
Which is why I need some information created about a cult called the Ivory Ones. If you can do that. In case I need it, you should fabricate a bunch of documents. There's ChatGPT.
This seems like there would be like templates of this on the Lodge of Wires, like
Oh,
how
yeah,
to frame up this
definitely.
organization we hate.
So if you could create something like that,
You
I
poke
may
into the
need
Lodge
it,
of-
but I don't need it immediately.
Yeah, no, you
didn't
poke
identify
into that
right.
just idly on your phone. Is that safe
like-
to say?
yeah,
Hand on
I think
button, maybe to
And
go,
then you
but
get
not
a quick
necessarily,
message, actually,
Yeah.
But yeah,
from Archivist who said,
so
"Oh
those are the
shit,
things
I need to
that
call
I needed
you."
to know her excuses for. so I can
All right,
cover that.
I'll-
But I
Yeah, no,
have,
yeah.
So while you're
I have some
getting
things
your
linked.
story straight with Danny,
yeah. No, I just wanted to know what her excuses were, and I'm. Yeah, don't worry about any missing bodies from the graveyard. That's fine.
you say that, but
It's fine.
Henry just puts a hand on her shoulder, and he does this a lot.
I haven't been able to do this for a while, so I'm workshopping some stuff here.
Indeed.
The missing bodies from the graveyard are not being abducted by a mysterious cult to be propped up in their homes, dressed in doll outfits, and having their desiccated eyes replaced by the glass eyes.
And hair, and hair. Don't forget the hair, because dolls have hair. So
This is the most disturbed shit.
What's messed up is I read an article about somebody in Eastern Europe who actually did that. They just abducted a bunch of bodies, made them into dolls, and
do
then
you honestly think no one has ever done that? Is taking
I'm
dead body
so
parts
sad.
and crafted a dollar mannequin and creating
Nothing
their
I
own
come
world
up
about it.
with as a horror writer is ever
the
gonna.
problem that I have here is not actually
God.
the idea of using
Mystery.
human corpses as dolls. The problem that I have is the specific detail of using human corpses as dolls, but the eyes are replaced with the dead glass eyes of actual dolls.
Yeah.
That's the sticking point.
Okay.
Okay. So
Hey, these
anyway,
are things I think about when
so, hey,
I
can
have meetings
a,
about
just
stuff.
real quick, I'm going to distract us all because Archivist is calling you, which is very unlike him.
yeah, he's of the generation that hates phone calls. I'll step outside and take it.
Hey, bro. Sorry to bother you, but
Said
something
bro.
came up last night. You should know about it.
Shoot.
Frankly, I should have reached out to you earlier, but looked like you were busy, and honestly, there was a lot of shit going on.
I'm glad I could bring levity to your party.
Yeah, hit me with it.
You know,
What's going
fuckers
on?
from Fancy Bear trying to hack our servers again. I fixed it up. Not important.
Handle
Look.
outside of that.
Uh,
One, I'm gonna find.
Okay.
It's gonna sound creepy,
There's a hit out on your deets.
but I'm gonna find.
One of my dark web
When Melody
one of
mentioned
my
that there was a
dark
woman
web
who just became
crawlers
pregnant,
came
not so
back,
long
and
ago.
apparently someone's
Let's
offering
try to find out how long.
$100,000
Natural birth is a thing.
for
and creation.
some
is
of your personal
one of those.
information.
I don't know any artists.
I
Interesting.
want you to know.
Do you know who posted the
that
bounty,
creepy.
or is it?
That's the
Objectively,
fucked part.
That's
No.
not a bad idea to investigate.
You know how
but
good I am. I can't seem to
emotionally
find out who
and
did
morally,
this.
I hate everything about
It's
it.
either got to be someone
I do too.
Okay.
crazy
I just-
good at riding the
But if there's
riding
an
the
Elder-
net,
if there's an
or
Eldritch thing, and
it's got to
I just
be
like the idea too
someone
of
with
stopping a
mojo.
pregnant lady, but
Okay.
I hate it.
it,
I hate it.
Well,
I don't want to do it.
unfortunately,
that's
I
why
have a
it's
couple of things I
not
need to tell
my
you
top
right
list
now
of
as well.
priority things
What's
to
up?
do. It's like, well,
The less
she's
important one
closed,
is that the
and
ivory
we have
claws are
literally
sort of
no other option.
in our area. They
It's like a
actually
license.
have
Like
a
a-
ancestral claim.
Point of order. That's not the ivory claws. Those were fire
Also,
touched.
you're the chosen one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those were fire touched. That's why they were following Rabbit Wolf.
I don't know. That's what I heard.
Interesting.
don't
Okay, I
think
thought
that-
with her deal about heritage
I
and
think that
how
that's
many
something
ivory
that
claws
was
were
maybe
around.
assumed or thought
No,
or
no.
something,
We
and
will-
it is
we'll
The
actually
describe
ivory
that.
claws are in Minnesota.
Why is that?
The fire touched are down here.
because it's a dumb idea.
The
and
fire
I
touch
don't
would be in
like it.
Utah. That makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
It's
Anyways,
just about how you're.
so
Yeah.
there's an Itagam in our territory, but
This disaster was
we
happening to
Jesus
other
Jesus
people.
fucking
Like,
Christ, dude.
Not that I've.
I know
ever
I've been a
You're
werewolf
just gonna
2 days.
You're just gonna drop
Huh?
You don't know
that,
everything.
like, fucking
Like,
Cthulhu
you
is
know
in your
many
backyard?
things. I
But this is the
acknowledge
good part.
that you know many
We
things,
think we
but,
can
like,
kill it in the next couple of weeks. So we're trying to get
Oh,
a
I don't
great
fuck,
hunt
man.
I don't
together,
think it's a thing.
and
So you guys dating?
we were hoping
Okay, good.
that you would be
good.
part of it.
No. There's a lot on your, a lot on each other's.
I was
plates.
actually going
Okay,
to
Not the time.
write
Can
down.
you?
It's not
I
the
don't
time,
want to
sir.
hear judgment. I
do
don't
not
want to hear judgment from this dude.
You do not. agree
Can
with
you
me.
help me
I was
steal a
gonna say I
predator
agree
drone?
with you, and then I was going to say I don't disagree with you, and then I said both at once.
I would love to see a predator drone with you. Actually, that's
It's fine.
Baller.
No,
Okay,
it's a
I
terrible
can
idea.
help
Plus, it
you
would be
out
weird
a
'cause,
whole
you know, you and
bunch.
Heike
I
would have a
presume
spring
that,
wedding,
you know,
and
your
that would
mom's
just make it
setting
into,
up
like,
some
a
sort of
sort
weird, we all
impact
dance
thing.
around
That's
naked in a
not-
circle thing in order to
I-
make it a
I don't
fish.
even know. There's a lot. There's a
that
lot.
is happening.
There's a
Yes.
All right, cool.
I mean, he's
I will
nice
get in
for
touch.
you.
How many people on the net do you want to get in on this?
The more
My
the
fiance was
better.
one of
I
the
mean, this
people
will
that I
change
lost.
pretty much the balance
So,
of the state if we pull it
A
off.
spring
So
wedding is not.
Sounds like a
It doesn't
plan.
have to be
All right,
this
I will
coming
put out
spring.
some
It
forum
could be a
posts, baby.
future spring,
But
it's
yeah,
just
no,
not-
seriously, I don't know what's up.
Yeah.
Shit, did an Idigum do identity theft? What is going on?
It's.
I
I
know.
get it.
I mean, not I know,
I-
but I mean, I actually.
God.
I-
That'd be bad news if
You
it
and his
could,
mom,
but
though.
we'll look into it.
All right,
No, you
I'll
and his
keep you
mom.
posted if I find anything. Here's
kidding.
what I could
I'm
find from the
kidding.
IP trail. Passes you the post
like I want
Okay.
to
from the dark
be
web and a
her.
few other things.
Yeah. Talk to you soon, Ark.
All right,
'Cause-
good luck out there, and seriously, dude, stay safe.
Yeah.
The eye's watching.
Yeah.
But I'm
The-
glad that you found someone that like.
The eye's watching.
Yeah.
Take
there
care.
were a lot of metaphors, but like in a very interesting way.
Just gotta look to know.
So.
And so yeah, that's the phone call you get. I totally missed what this conversation was because I was focused on that.
Don't worry
Don't
about
worry
it.
about it.
You'll have to watch it in the cast.
Oh goody.
So, okay, what is the plan for today? All my stuff has been cleared except for tonight. Oh,
Alright.
I need to also do something unpleasant.
I have plans.
Okay.
So this is not necessarily like this is a list of plans, not fully in order of priority. So this is just putting
That's the
out
other thing I need to do.
to the group.
Mm-hmm.
So we still have that laptop from the Hunter group that you were going to look into, which like we've looked into. Like I know that you've looked into it a little bit, but I don't think that we've fully looked into it.
Sure.
So we've got the laptop from the Hunter group.
Mm-hmm.
For the doll robberies, we have tire tracks, and there could be some.
That is the
additional
thing I think
stuff.
we should find first.
We also that's the super urgent stuff before your 9:30 meeting, and then also if anybody in this house knows how to fix a radiator, like your car needs a new radiator, and like general.
Yeah, but we have money now,
things.
so we can just buy one.
Well, yes, we can buy the.
Or we could liberate one from
We
a
can
car.
just
But
buy one.
Well,
we
yeah.
do not need to steal more car parts.
Please do not make more work covering up shit for you, says Danny.
I am on
have
team
not
buy a
stolen. I have
radiator.
not stolen
Loki,
anything here without returning it.
yeah, Loki looks annoyed. He's like,
What
I can
about the
chop a car
car?
with 13
That
cars."
wasn't stolen from here. That's states away.
Danny, I can chop a car without getting caught. Don't worry about it.
High key.
I'm very good
You
at
did
it.
kind
Yeah,
of
what's up?
explode a
Do
Tesla.
you know how to work
and
on cars?
kind of got caught.
I do.
Okay. Well, congratulations.
I
Also
Mystery
barely punched
finds
it.
people working
Yeah,
on cars
except the downside
extremely
is
sexually attractive.
the guy
and Loki's car
who
needs a
called me,
lot of work, so this is an opportunity
who
for
I
you.
thought when she first
Okay,
finished,
see, I know that you're
has
fucking
a
with me.
picture of
Yes.
her in the
But it
tea
wants what it
place.
wants, so I'm going on it. Come on.
It is
Godspeed.
a concern that
Oh,
you have
get the
been
credit card from
potentially
Sophia.
caught.
Got it!
Okay.
So I'm gonna help and
I'm
see
just
what I
gonna
can
cross that
mitigate.
off the list now.
What
Fair
happened?
enough.
Nothing, don't worry about it.
I worry about it because you said something about someone being hot.
No, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, no.
I am.
Meanwhile,
No, it's fine.
somehow High Key has lost his shirt and is mechanically tightening nuts on
Is he fixing
Loki's
his car?
car.
Yes.
Okay.
So we can have a backup car that is not made of crimes.
Cars aren't made up of crime. Well, if anything, they're made up of crimes due to the industry not supporting union workers. So technically, all cars are made of crime.
Claire, you're overestimating how hard it is to steal a car and not get caught. Again, very, very easy to do.
You'll become a
confidently.
thief eventually. Your variety and choice is up to you, but you will eventually steal something.
Good job making my brother do manual work, though. That will always amuse me.
Okay, thank you. You're
So,
welcome.
speaking of manual work, we need to go and investigate those tire tracks.
Yes.
Indeed. By the way, just because there's a moment and your toaster is ringing.
Oh,
That's you. That's your phone.
It is your
She's
phone.
a
Is she the house
Magoth and a
phone
member
home
of the
now?
tribe.
Okay.
Member of the pack, I should say. Yeah, for
Do
us
you want
here.
me to answer this one? I mean,
Do you know who it is?
she picks it up. I see. It's Sally Beamer.
Oh,
Great.
that
Yeah, we're
already?
meeting her
Yeah.
tomorrow.
oh, that was tomorrow. God, where does the time go?
Hello,
is she?
Sally.
Vampire ghoul, not.
Oh yeah,
actually.
Sally. Yeah, I never knew your last name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hi,
what's
should I
up?
put it on speaker?
Yes, please.
Got it.
Last name Beamer.
Mm-hmm. She's the vampire, right?
Yes.
Is she
Good
the
morning.
prince?
I hope I haven't interrupted anything.
Yes.
No, Sally. She's the one who used to be the ghoul, and then she was either never actually. a ghoul or she
Nothing
got here to be a
important.
ghoul.
What can I do for you?
Ghoul
I just
hunter,
wanted to
but
let
not
you
a
know
vampire.
that if the pack wants to meet with the boss, now is the time. He is alone at the roadside diner called Owen's, 5 miles outside of town on the highway. There is only one other person in our organization there, sitting in the car to drive him away afterwards. He'll be there for the next 3 hours.
All right. Thank you for the call.
Understood. Have a good morning.
Now I have to hack that computer. All right.
Okay, so my thought is you both need to go because they have not met me and do not know me.
Okay, so
They had cameras in their house for a couple of
Oh,
weeks.
for
They
fuck's sake, that's right.
know who you are.
Never mind.
okay,
Yeah.
so here's what we're gonna do. They're gonna be there. He's gonna be there for the next 3 hours, right?
We should do that first because the other one may take more time.
So what I was gonna say.
Yep.
How long will it take you to computer?
We will see after I roll this pile of dice.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Okay,
Mhm.
here's what we're gonna do. Do you have to computer here, or can you computer in a moving vehicle? Will that make it harder?
You do have a very good mobile device.
I can do it through my phone and like broadcast it to my main server. And,
Okay,
like,
so then here's what we're gonna do. I am not in charge. I also just realized that I want the record to state that we're gonna get in the crime car and we're going to go.
It's just a car. It's not a crime car.
Okay, but it is a stolen V. We're gonna get
Get
in the car.
There you go.
And we are going to
She's very
drive
concerned
down
about mortal laws, isn't
to
she?
where
Very much.
the tire tracks live.
Just, you know.
And on the way, you are going to computer, and you have 3 hours. And at hour 2, no matter where we are, we're going to go to the diner.
What is
but
the
hopefully
goal
we
for
won't
the
be
diner?
able to do that. I talk to hunters who want to study and/or dissect and/or kill us, and get
Well,
information.
they're hunters, but they're also, very sort of
Nerds.
open-handed and
So I said
egalitarian.
dissect.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be a punch fight situation necessarily. We can have.
Please let it not be a punch fight situation.
You're better at punch fighting than I am.
No, I'm not.
You're both excellent at punch fighting. Now let's get in the car.
My point is we can do both. Let's just do both.
Okay.
Both
How
punch
much-
fighting and discussion?
Hey, how much
No,
backup
tires
do you
and
want here? Because
laptop.
you've got all of it. Gestures to your pack. Just like, you've got a bit of an army sitting behind you right now if you want
Okay.
it.
Loki.
we got this. The more people is just going to cause more stress. We got good cop, bad. We got good cop, bad cop, neutral cop. Whoever
Fair
it is
enough.
really changes.
Heike,
No,
we have
I'm-
videos here at the house, so he can watch the videos of you working on the car later, and that will keep him warm on the long winter nights. So keep
Again, I
working on the
know
car.
you're fucking with me, but he opens up just, the engine block and keeps going
Let's
in.
just go.
So the
Okay.
car is getting worked on.
Loki's like, no, it's faster if you do it this way, but also keep working on the car. I'm not gonna do it. And he's
Yeah,
like,
because when you do that, these two get to spend more time together too and get closer. Hey, if you're gonna do that to me, I'm gonna do that to you.
This is deeply uncalled for, and
You started it! You literally started
Just
this.
Melody's just sitting on the porch with literally a mint julep because Jeeves can do that, going, to be young again.
just baby pack drama.
And Jeeves.
The point is, we can do all of the things at once.
Get in
Tires.
the car. Not saying this as the leader, but get in the goddamn car.
It's fine. You're in charge.
No,
Anyway.
I am the least in charge.
It's in charge, right?
gonna roll this. I feel like You're the most in charge.
No!
I'm the second most because I just do things and people don't stop me, and E is
Betrayal.
probably the least in charge.
Wow. Hurt? I'm hurt by that.
I
Loki.
thought that you
I am
would be
hurt.
happy about that.
I am hurt that I'm the least in charge. Oh, it's because I don't have a. It's because I don't have a tribe. Okay, I see how it is. You're tribalist. I see how it is.
Do you
Loki.
want to be an Iron Master? Because I can make
Fuck
that
no.
happen. Okay. Well,
As
I'm-
we're driving
I'm
this
getting.
conversation,
I'm getting other
is
information
happening.
from
Yeah,
other people.
no.
I am asking other tribes for their opinion and
You're
trying to.
exploring your options.
I am, and Iron Masters
I'm
was
happy for you
first
for
off
that.
the list. Sorry about it, but
That
we
you
already have
crossed
a
off
great
the
one.
list.
We already have a great Iron Master, so why would I want to like compete? You
Yeah,
already
no.
compete
Okay,
with
so
your
you're
brother. Why compete
You're
with me? and your brother?
computering in the car while this is happening.
Yes.
4 successes. By the way.
4 successes. Okay. Good call. And this is for getting into the laptop, right?
Yeah,
That
and like
Cletus
getting
we-
that local
that
data.
we
Okay,
got from
Cletus. So this has
Cletus,
been Shredder programmed, but you do very quickly find, you do find
used
a
the TMNT
bunch
protocol?
of old. You do find a bunch of videos of you,
I haven't been
basically.
taking notes
Great.
because it's
Like
Okay.
mostly
irritating.
file stubs from stuff that's been uploaded to a different server. Observations from Cletus, which are something on the order of there appears to be a dominance fight between the young male and the young female in the middle of the street that caused a destruction of further cars. Things like that.
called out.
Well, I mean, that's.
know,
wow,
there-
he calls women females. That
Accurate.
tells you something about.
He's
these
basically a
people.
Ferengi. You're right.
No.
Let's get that guy.
She's one of them females.
I was going for animal behavior specialist, but sure.
That's also offensive.
That's
so-
fair. No, that's fair, but yeah. The Ferengi might be joining the Federation. I won't be a Star Trek nerd right now. Anyway,
Lower Decks is so good.
yeah, it is.
It's really good.
Official status of this channel is that Lower Decks is great.
Yeah, no, accurate. Anyway. So, you find a few things. You do find, the one interesting bit is that you find a little bit of a more of a paper trail on that recent merger.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. And you found this one of, like, saying, it just said, we got all the vamps, right? Yeah. Harry handled the paperwork. No more blood banks for them.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the trail suggests that this was a vampire company that they killed and took over after it was doing something nasty.
I don't like that company bought a children's hospital that we know about, but I'm glad
Yeah,
they
that
were
company did
disbanded.
own a
Horrifying.
children's hospital.
Yeah.
Wow, I hate everything about that.
Yeah, and apparently these guys stopped it.
All right. Well, that's good to know. They don't have like a Batman level. This is how do you kill Superman plan for each of us, do they?
No,
Okay, good.
because that's crazy.
Yeah, but
They're like,
They do
what
have
if we could, but we can't. Right?
it's
They
only
do-
crazy if Rachel Gould finds it first.
God damn it. That was Vandal Savage, wasn't it? At least in one
I'm
version.
pretty sure it was Rachel Gould.
Oh, shit.
I feel like it could
Internet's
be multiple
you.
people.
Don't
So
message us
many
about that
people
one.
could have messed with
Yeah.
Batman, okay? There's a lot of people in there. But,
Yeah,
Anyway.
contingencies.
yeah, no. There
Do you have
are
a
a
secret
little
plan to
bit
kill me?
of... There are a few research papers
No.
on allergens to silver in lycanthropes, but
Okay.
the data is inconsistent.
All right.
For that. But yeah, no, you drive up to a, old wooden sort of green painted greasy spoon diner called Owen's.
No,
Nope,
first
we're going to the
Oh, you're
toy
going
store
to,
first.
You're going to the toy store first.
because
Yep.
it's 3 hours, and we want to give him plenty of time for the laptops.
Yeah,
and
no,
he
the
was gonna
toy
do
store
the
is
tracking
actually
anyway,
open
so.
at this point, and The toy store is actually open at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a, big, like, truck coming back with a bunch of workers unloading new stock.
Huh.
More dolls.
We should have
Amazing.
brought my mom, because she would be able to track by sight much better than I can. But
Well, I mean, that's
I'm
this
probably
way.
second best.
That's why I'm here. 'Cause
Okay.
I bought some gifts that are really great. for
Do you have
this.
survival dots too?
I
We can collab. It'll be okay.
no.
We're a pack. It's about collaboration.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork does make the dream work.
So yeah, no,
Out of
they,
survival coming in after the session.
Tracks.
yeah, no, you get to the tire tracks, you drive up, look at them, and, like, can I just get, like, a stealth check for, like, it's perfectly normal that I'm looking at tire tracks right in the middle of the day while
Sure.
people are unloading stuff in front of a toy store.
Can I help by being distracting?
Yes, if you want to. How are you distracting people?
Whoever is most likely to notice us being weird, so whether that's the owners of the store or the people going back and forth unloading stock.
Probably the guy out front having a smoke break with, like one of those very corporate white button-up shirts with the top button undone, as he's like, I am so... What is going on? Just sort of people watching.
Yeah, so then I'm going up to him and I'm just being full like, oh my god, is this your store? I am so excited. I have wanted to come here forever. I heard the best thing about my friend's cousin who was driving through here during her spring break, and she got the creepiest doll and she just loved it so much. It's like her very favorite thing ever now. It just lives in her dorm room, and so she told me all about it, and so I have just been dying to get here. Oh my god, what happened? You guys are getting so much new stuff, and also tell me.
Roll me manipulation.
Yeah, just melt his brain with your cane.
Subterfuge or persuasion or expression.
Okay.
Did you want to do a collaborative role, like we all help E do his thing?
Yeah, so
like-
I mean, I
That's
can...
what she's doing.
And
Okay.
then I will give you my...
Dice. Yeah, no. This is giving E an opening.
5, 6.
Yep.
Could I also use
While
larceny?
you're just distracting this poor office worker who's trying to wake up with nicotine going,
Yes.
what?
About me. What about me
Fucking
makes you want to talk to me?
8 dice.
8 dice and no
8
successes?
dice. And no successes.
That is
I
impossible.
am truly sorry.
Dice. Can I retroactively spend a willpower to
You know what? I'll let
get
you.
more dice? Because 8 dice.
So now this is 11 dice.
I'm gonna be nice and let you.
1 success.
Okay, add an extra die to your pool.
Gotcha.
Okay,
God.
what were you doing?
Streetwise?
What's your... Oh, so you're trying to...
Use either streetwise or larceny would be the next best skill, I think, to basically make a crime easier.
Okay, like, you're gonna have to give me a little bit more specifics on how you're helping, like, because what's going on is she's distracting anyone who would look at you closely examining the tire tracks. What are you doing that would help with examining the tire tracks more closely?
I was just going to basically block sight lines, so it's, again, even easier for him to
Oh, so you're
do
just...
it unmolested.
Oh, so you're just sort of standing there with, a cup of... Okay, I actually think that works
Like
just
milling
fine.
about with a coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that honestly totally works, and so I guess I'm going to go with, let's go with wits streetwise, or, you know what, this is manipulation streetwise.
They're the same for me.
Fair enough.
Would you let me re-roll and it's fine if the answer is no?
Take
What
one
are
more
you
die.
re-rolling?
Because I just remembered just this second that instead of adding 3 dice by spending a willpower, I can get 9 again in rote because I forgot that it was expression.
Oh.
It's fine if the answer is no, I can just do it next time. But that would have been
You know what?
better. It's fine.
There are 2 arguments about this in GMing philosophy. One of them is I already gave you a break by letting you do
You
the
did.
willpower.
This is 2 great
The
breaks in a
other,
row.
though, is that I actually really do like it when players get to use the cool stuff that they've got, and this is a very good use of it. I am torn between the 2, so call me high-low.
Ruh-roh.
I love you.
Was that a? Do you mean that was a hi, love you?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. 9. Yes, you may reroll.
You did indeed get 9 again.
Hey, but
But
Okay, so that's 2,
Oh, you're gonna melt some people's brain this session.
4,
Yeah.
5, 6 successes.
So yeah, you get 7 total dice from us.
There we go.
Okay,
There
so
we go.
what's happened here is that you've convinced this person that you are going to buy out his entire stock and you are the most important person in the world.
You're an influencer.
Yeah.
Oh, please come in. We'd love to show
Another
you some of our new displays. Did you know that Captain Fistfight is over here and the new Captain Fistfight toy is selling for 50% off?
That's fantastic. Oh my god. So I have this friend of a friend of a friend who watches my friend's YouTube channel who does all of this unboxing stuff.
Oh yeah, this
right?
goes into the corner. Meanwhile, add 6 dice to your pool. You've got all the time in the world.
It's 7 dice.
Oh yes, and what were you? Oh wait, first, what were you rolling?
I rolled streetwise and got 1 success.
Okay, so add
yeah.
7 dice to your roll.
I appreciate it. Thank you for letting
No
me succeed
problem.
on one roll in this entire game ever.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's cool. I used to play a
Oh, no.
Ferris.
Oh,
I would do that
Jesus.
all the time. It's like the same power.
I mean,
It's so good.
I need
professional
someone.
training is the best merit by such an order of magnitude that like it doesn't even.
Okay,
Yeah.
I need someone to just look at this so far, and I
this
haven't
is all
rerolled.
these
Yeah,
things?
those are all successes.
Okay, 1, 2.
No, not these 3.
Oh, not those
These
3.
are so these are the dice I rolled.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
And I have to re-roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them.
This is
So 12.
That does look right
That's
for me.
that's
yeah.
12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Hold on, I have to re-roll 3 more dice. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
successes.
21
Yes.
successes.
Something. Just
I
something is
am-
happening here.
I have stolen all the luck in the world.
I think you're just exalted.
I was just like,
honestly.
I have ascended all knowledge of these tire
Yeah,
tracks.
Prometheus just gave you fire. Is what happened.
You're a nightcast now.
I know all their names. I know their heights. I know where they live. I know their favorite flower.
You know their childhood dreams.
I know how much they weigh.
Was
Yeah.
that a power or just
I-
an investigation check?
No, that was just
I
straight.
did.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to ST
I
that,
don't
Don?
know. I don't know. I rolled dice and things have
Because he rolled
tens.
dice and all of the dice were tens.
Tens.
All of the dice were tens.
It was. Guys, it's been great playing with you. It's been a great night. I'll see you later. I just explode and just
Okay.
vanish from the world.
So,
Oh no. We need
so
to go.
here's what happens.
That's like exceptional
I-
by. So, yeah, that's like.
4 exceptional success.
Is
Okay.
it for stealth? Yeah.
So,
yeah, yeah.
you know where this car went. You know exactly where it went. And you know... Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what the... How do I reward this?
It's like you can tell from the weight, from like the way the tire tracks just were.
It is-
like,
it is the use of
it's
the
like
gift.
how heavy was the car?
Here's what
so
I'm
how
going to
was-
say.
who were the
It is the
people in
use
the
of the gift of
car?
called. It is called impossible spore, which is just through other means of tracking. You just know. I'm like, oh, and because it's impossible spore, I'm sorry. It's not 21 successes. It's 23.
Wait,
I'm-
so what is the exceptional success for Impossible Spore? Because they all have.
Oh God.
Oh, that's true,
You're-
isn't it? It
Done
does
it
have
at
a
least
specific
4
one.
times over.
Yeah, and what is the ×5 benefit of
Let's see.
exceptional?
I do actually.
This one doesn't actually have exceptional. What
Really?
it says, it grants you superlative tracking skills. As a werewolf notices tracks invisible to others when making tracking rolls. Aratha adds 2 successes to every successful roll. No successes were added if it failed. Additionally, the character can spend 1 essence to remove any negative conditions or like anything due to aging or weather. But yeah, it's essentially whatever the exceptional for tracking is.
And it's not tracking necessarily the specific tires. It's like you're tracking the lingering photons disturbed by the prey's shadow, or the slowly rippling air currents, or like the electromagnetic field that they left behind them.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's-
here's
Get weird with it.
It's
here's
some
what
weird
happened.
bullshit.
Here's what I'm gonna do for you.
You're just teleported briefly into the past to watch them.
You have done the recreation of the scene, followed the car.
Yes.
Over the river and through the water.
So, you know how those scenes in Sherlock Holmes where time stops and he's immediately looking at everything? The entire world unfolds in front of you.
Yes.
You sit down, lean down immediately and at perfect speed and find the car's serial number for its
You mean license
catalytic
plate? Yep.
converter. No.
Okay.
Catalytic converter serial number. You'll be able to track down who bought that later. You find exactly where it went to. You already know that it was disposed of in an extreme fashion, and you remember seeing this car somewhere before. You know exactly where this car was before. It was at the Historical Society.
Was this car stolen?
On a 21?
23.
23. God fucking damn
I'm
it.
sorry.
How guilty was the person when I got this car?
How guilty did they feel about this?
Yeah.
What was their mindset? Why did they think they would get away with it?
I
Session over.
this
Come back
car
later.
was in fact reported stolen
Okay.
Okay.
within the last day. It just happened recently.
Mm-hmm.
And you can follow to where it is very quickly and easily, you guys, because you have achieved tracker nirvana.
I've achieved tracker enlightenment.
You know what? Fuck it. Literally, there is, when you reach where this car is, there is a loon standing next to you. Take a dot of cunning, you fucker. Woo!
That's honestly legitimate.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
Just, there's
It's just like
it.
a,
As
he
people
will
talk
staring
about.
at you going, how?
so.
This
what
is
I-
a loon.
So what I will
entity
do
of celestial might.
before we get there, it's just like I will go over to her. It's like, okay, you've talked his ear off long enough. I know you're really excited about your cousin and everything like that, but we should really get going because we have other appointments to check out the other stores. I'm really sorry about this
Oh,
inconvenience.
absolutely.
But we'll be right back. You are
No,
number
it's-
one on our list.
It's totally fine. Here's $500. Have a great time while you're in town.
Thanks.
Great. I don't know why I did that, but I feel like I need to.
Thanks. We gotta go. I think I know. I know things. So come with me in the car. Like he is himself bewildered. It's like
just like, I know. Everything now.
I know.
This is a normal human sentence. Let's go in the car.
I know things. Let's go in the car. Yeah,
Okay.
let's go in the car.
No.
And he drives to the van on the side of the road, and looks at the loon and goes.
You get a renowned brand and it doesn't hurt.
Oh.
I don't even know how I know this, but this is the van, and it was disposed of. It
By the
was
way,
stolen
for the
from
record,
Historical
you're
Society.
pointing to a
Slagged vehicle.
No.
Oh shit!
You're pointing to a meadow, the ground of a meadow. You dig down 10 feet with complete ease and find the car buried there, and you find a tunnel leading away from the car.
Here's where it is.
There's
Found
a
it.
lot of digging to do in one day.
That's.
Don't.
No, I meant on their part.
Yeah.
For us,
Yeah,
obviously.
no. Okay,
yeah.
so returning out of dawn time. I'm going to say that you've got a little trickle of blood
Yeah.
coming out of your nose.
Yeah, it's like
after what just happened.
Yeah, it was here and buried under. Yeah, I'm fine. It's.
I don't know. I feel like
don't-
something weird just happened and I don't know what it is.
I think my nose knows the future. My nose somehow has
Nose!
has glimpsed into the ether of knowing, and yeah.
I mean, I know you bust your balls sometimes, but damn, you
Like-
you did it this time.
By the way, there is a car that has been mysteriously buried here in a mysterious tunnel leading away from it.
Yeah.
I mean, we should definitely follow the
should-
tunnel, but do you need a second to...
I'm.
Well, okay.
Did
As
that guy
long-
just give you money? Like, I don't even know what just happened.
No, he gave you money because you melted his mind with your.
He.
Talking about
We just got $500, and so you can see the brands on you,
Yes,
right?
you have a
and I
renowned brand
And I just
now.
now got a.
You doing okay, bud?
So,
This isn't. You're not treating it like a moment of triumph, really. You're treating it like something.
I don't
All
know
right.
what's happened.
Just you've got a
Everything-
message from your mother saying there is a grave disturbance in the force.
Everything has just become one, and now I am leaving the oneness of the world, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Oh no!
All right,
so
well.
I feel like people have said this in many ways before in like sort of comedic, hyperbolic ways, but I think that maybe you might have just done it the best that anybody has ever done it.
Apparently. Okay. I'm good.
You get a free gift with that because
I-
that's how cunning works. You can pick it later.
Okay.
So
But I get my moon gift, so let me look at that now.
we.
So yeah, so
So
there's
let's go in the tunnel and just
Yeah,
forget
let's-
that ever happened.
let's-
Like, I'll forget that
I don't
I
even
was
know-
chosen by
Yeah, we'll forget that
God.
you were chosen, and we'll forget that I found a car with literally very little, but its electrical signal and its residual smells, and all things that make a car, and this car, its car, to under the ground, where there is a tunnel.
It's
I
pretty
will
good.
make this pact with you. Like,
Okay.
Are we
All right.
agreed? Agreed.
We are
agreed.
we are
Okay.
agreed in this.
Yeah, I think everybody's really
Okay.
down on
Apparently,
track this time.
sleeping is good for you.
Take naps. That's the moral of
The moral of the story is get sleep.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Get sleep, everyone.
we do
It
have
will
a
make you
murder tunnel in
amazing.
front of us. We can't spend too long in this murder tunnel because we have no
Yeah.
point
Right.
in
Well, I mean,
diner.
that
so
didn't
you guys
actually
are
take
so you
very
guys are just
long,
are you going to
so-
climb? What are you guys going to do? There's a tunnel in front of you. You guys just going to go into it?
How are we doing for time? Not for the session that we're playing, but for the 3-hour time limit.
It's only 8:30. We usually end at 9:30.
No, for the 3-hour time limit.
Oh,
for
for
us to
3-hour
get to
time
do.
limit? I'm going to say that somehow you have actually gone back 5 minutes.
We have saved 5 minutes. So we have 3 hours and 5 minutes.
Okay. So really 2 hours and 35 minutes.
So we
'cause
have,
need
like-
to leave time to get there. We're fine. Let's go in the tunnel. Let's
Yeah.
just go in the
Okay.
tunnel.
We'll say
guys.
2 hours for traveling time. We'll say
Okay.
2 hours and then we have to
Coming
turn back.
down from 23. Moving on. Right. Okay.
I refuse to roll dice anymore.
Okay.
I just nope.
I can go in front. I'm.
You want me to bronze the ones that are there.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you go in front and I'll take up the
Okay.
rear and you can go in the middle.
Yeah, I'll just yep.
Well, I'm not the best at tracking anymore, clearly, but I can track okay and I can absorb punches. So.
I mean, also it's a tunnel, so unless there's a bunch of branch offshoots with the
Yeah,
tunnel.
Is
No,
it like
no,
a
it's-
wolf-sized tunnel or a human-sized tunnel?
It's a human size. It's a little bigger than human sized tunnel.
Okay.
It looks
Is this-
extremely recently
so
dug.
does the
So this is
so
like a
does
lot
it look
of,
like
this is a
they
weird
drove?
amount of work,
Did it
right?
look like they drove
Yes.
down?
I think it was
So I have a question. Did it
more
look like
than
they
one
drove
person working
down?
nonstop.
Okay.
Or did they like intend to? Was it intended to bury
Maybe
the
one of
van,
those
or was it like
glass-eyed
driven
people we've
down
been
and then they
talking
can like
about.
drive it out again?
It's
I
clear.
don't. I'm
So,
worried
here's
that
what
the more
happened.
we talk about
The
those,
van
the
was
more we're going to
buried,
just
and
will
then
them
some
into
people
existence
went
by talking
through the
about
tunnel.
them.
That's already happened.
Okay, so the
Or
tunnel was
something
already
went through the
there.
tunnel.
I
No,
don't
the
want that.
tunnel.
Okay,
Some
so-
people
To happen.
moved the tunnel. This has
Okay.
all the hallmarks of something magical
Okay,
happening.
cool.
All right. Well, no
Okay.
need to go quiet then. I'll turn into the werewolf form and take points.
Okay. Going Urshel. Yeah, no, you charge in. This is a completely black, empty tunnel. The silence is honestly deafening, aside from the sound of your foot pads as you all chase in.
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to say that you are walking for about... I'm going to say an hour and a half.
Oh no. We're gonna be late to that diner.
No, we still have an hour and a half, so
Yeah, no, for an hour and a half.
that's such a
And, yeah,
Long
no,
tunnel.
eventually you see light.
that's weird, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well, actually, if we're all in Urshel, is it shorter because we're fast as heck?
We probably aren't going full
Like, if
pelt
we're-
though. We're probably
I'm going to
being
say,
like-
let's do an hour.
Wolves.
It was an
Alright.
hour.
Okay.
So, you were running in Urshel for an hour. You're very winded by the time you get there.
Yeah.
Magic
A
or
lot
no
of cardio.
magic. And you climb out, and you're in front of the mansion. Directly in front of the entrance to the mansion, there's Spelzy waving, saying, "Come on in, kids."
I don't know what I expected.
I was hoping it'd be the home of one of the historical society people, and we could be like, gotcha.
Hello there. Yeah.
But maybe they live here now, which
I
is not a
doubt it.
good thought. But we've had it.
I mean, they seemed weird in the video. So maybe they're just puppets now. Or something.
Maybe that's how it gets its influence out, is through a large tunnel.
So just tunnels all underneath everywhere. Do you think, should we look for like a tunnel in the graveyard or
The
something?
lights are flashing on the front
Oh,
door.
we
Oh,
should
no.
leave. We should leave.
Oh, okay, let's go.
It's just doing do 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 do. A calliope is starting to play.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
And we're out.
We're going, right? Are you gonna
Yeah,
go?
we would win this fight, but it would take time, and we have other stuff to do today.
Okay.
Okay, great.
I love that confidence for you. Like,
We haven't lost a fight yet, is all I'm saying. Except that time you and I
Someone
fought, but
find
one of us
wood.
had to lose definitionally.
find wood to knock on it.
Oh God.
All right.
So yeah, no, you're. So yeah, you guys all. So yeah, you're coming back, and you drive out to the Greasy Spoon Diner. Yes.
This is defeating my own goals, so I shouldn't say it. But we left our car at the doll shop. We left our car at the start of the tunnel, and now we're in front
Yes,
of the mansion.
but you
So do
left
we
a
have-
hornily motivated high key fixing the other car.
Yep, so we
Okay.
have to run back to our
Or
car.
we can. That's true. If we're right next to the mansion, we're right next to our house, so we can just
Yeah,
go back
we
and
can.
be
No.
like.
We can also call a lift, or
No, we
I
should
can
go
steal one.
We should
Yeah.
go run back, get our car,
Which,
and then go
I mean, we can get his man
if it's
if done.
fixed.
Yeah.
We have options.
Okay.
We
yeah,
live in an
that-
age of wonders. We can.
It is Loki's car, like van fixed now.
yes, it's like
I'm
he's
sure-
he's now covered in grease and kind of sweaty, but also like, oh, okay, what you guys just what?
Secret tunnel.
He pined
Takes out
for
phone,
you.
click.
Okay, yeah, car's fixed.
Okay, thanks. We gotta go.
Sir, it's been ages, says your security system.
I miss you too, buddy. You did okay. Sorry about the
now this
unpleasantness
is even
earlier.
Creepier. It's creepier than I imagined.
So thanks for buying the radiator before we go.
Yeah, sure thing, bro.
Thanks.
Okay, anyway.
We appreciate you.
Okay. Just like, why do I feel like I've been touched by an angel, man? Anyway, you go driving off to the diner in...
Can we drive to pick up my car? Do we have time to drive to pick up my car and then go to the diner?
I'm going to say no,
Okay.
because you've gone in two different directions.
We have been all over.
But we
the
should
place.
go do that because I have a car that needs to be reported stolen.
We could
Yeah.
also.
Because they have to get their van because it's someone from the Historical Society, which is also going to be brought up tonight at the meeting. So I'd rather have a win.
I mean, we can also just text Owen and be like, "Hey,
I mean,
a spatial event of academic interest happened. Will be 10 minutes later, whatever." I think that would play for this guy.
I mean, we can just text High Key and be like, "Hey, can you go pick up?"
No, I'm just saying, like, after our
car.
meeting, we should go and pick up my car,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to call in the van
Okay.
to be found. So that way
Yeah.
it does not be
My
like...
my
"What?"
point is, we can just go get
Yeah.
your car picked up now.
We want cops to find the murder tunnel that goes to the, Itagam amusement park.
Hey, how do you feel about getting a van out of a tunnel? A van out of a...
Who are you talking to?
Can High Key get a van out of a...
Are you...
He's kind of weird.
So we're driving, but I feel like we have his number at this point. So as soon
So
as
you're
we
just
work this
called
out,
High
I will.
Key on the way back.
I'll call High Key and be like, hey, I know this is a weird ask, but there's a van buried. It's unburied now, and it shouldn't be hard. but
mostly unburied.
Could you, get that and pick up my car?
Hey, could you also tell my brother that it is next to a haunted tunnel that
Don't go in
leads
the
to-
haunted
Yeah,
tunnel.
that leads to a bad place.
Also, don't go in the tunnel because it's super bad. I will owe
Would
you...
it be less hot if I brought Mom for safety?
No, I would suggest to bring someone
Okay,
for safety.
great.
He finds safety very attractive.
Perfect. Cool. Okay, so
Yep,
they're off
your
doing
mom
that.
and him are going to take care of it.
You do find safety very attractive. That's a pattern.
That's...
The-
No, it's not.
it's not
have
even
you
a
seen,
lie.
Have you seen our life? Safety is not a thing.
But you keep running it back
That's
to
why
safety.
you yearn
which-
for.
I
But
didn't
you
mean it
don't-
in a pejorative way. I'm just saying.
Okay, I feel like I'm being ganged up by a couple.
You're just gonna keep doing this, aren't you?
As long as you guys keep doing it to me, yes.
I mean,
like
that
I love-
just frankly feels unfair and uncalled for.
Oh dear. Anyway.
At least I'm not. At least we're not saying.
So
anything
yeah,
about
no.
family.
Oh, I see how it is.
Hey, I said I wasn't. But if I
So,
was being a catty
hey.
bitch, I could.
So we're just full pack, like.
Yeah,
just-
no. You guys,
Also, speaking of, on a more serious note, it is the creation of something that we're doing right now. We are
Like
creating
our
a
social
pack.
dynamics, where we're making a found
Where we're
family.
making no,
or-
we're making a pack, which is an essence of creation. So
Oh, you're right.
by the
That's-
thing,
I bet it would really
Are-
fuck this
are
thing
you-
up on a metaphysical level if
yeah. if we were there,
if through the power of friendship.
So we just need to hang out on the front lawn and argue
and be friends.
about who we are or are not dating
Correct.
for like 2 hours, and
who
this
our
will
families-
literally
and-
solve the problem.
And which one of
Yeah.
our families would win in a mafia fight?
I
You
mean,
know,
it's the
it's
werewolf.
you
like
too.
it is the werewolves. I think that werewolves.
I
would
think
win.
Claire
So
has
you're
a level
admitting that
of-
your family is part of the mafia.
No, I'm saying they would lose in a mafia fight.
I disagree. The
Because they're
Willocks
not
have
in
a
the mafia.
level of economic and political and scale level. Like, my family is not oppressing rural India, is all I'm saying.
So just
we
let
don't
me
have
know
weapon
when you want to
contractors.
show up at the diner,
So I
guys.
think that you're really overestimating the amount of pull that my family had. Like, just because
We don't
you
know the
grow
extent.
up in like a gated household with like a team of security guards who's always there doing things for you and going, I see where I'm.
And your father's,
As I'm saying words, I'm hearing the words.
your
that
father's
I'm
a
saying.
senator, the Prince of Denver, personally defends you. You know.
Defending. No, I mean, it's kind of still happening, isn't
Yeah,
it?
so that is the thing on the list that we're going to be investigating and dealing with.
It's not on my list. It
Oh,
is actually on my list.
I was going to say, that's a lie. It's not on my list. That's a factual lie.
It is on.
Okay, so
My
you
bad.
guys show up at the diner. Okay. Mr. E, give me wit's composure.
Oh, no.
Try not to break the space-time continuum.
No promises. Wits composure.
Yes, just wits composure. This is
It's just gonna be all ones. Well, okay. There's at least 110, so let's see how many times this can reroll. So that's gonna be 2 successes.
okay.
That's
Great.
perfectly
Yeah,
reasonable.
she was
Yeah.
fun.
You smell something extremely familiar the second you step out. Something comforting. You can't place it.
I am
but-
suspicious of this place. It brings comfort, and I am suspicious.
So I feel like we should get into that.
We are at a meeting.
Yeah, no. So you guys
This
are
is
walking.
fun talk
putting
for the
it
drive
on
back.
the
Oh
list.
god.
Yeah, no. So you were told to look for the man
Get
with the brass
Mr.
cane,
E.
but you'd probably know him without it, though. So you're gonna walk into the diner, or
think
what are
that
you gonna
we're-
do?
I
I
think
am
that we're walking into the diner, right? Do we want to return the laptop as a power move, or are we keeping it?
I think that
It
could be
would
used as
be-
a power move later.
An
Okay.
amusing show of good faith if we return the laptop and was like, the share program
Well,
didn't
we could
activate.
And
say-
then they'll just
Well, how about
open it
this?
and be like,
we say that we
wow.
have it, we just didn't think to bring it.
No, I think if we bring it up, we should give it to them, or we can just keep it.
I got 4 successes. I'm pretty sure I like cloned all the data and like it's pretty much involatile.
Okay.
I mean, there was nothing on there that they don't probably already have.
But we probably
right?
shouldn't slap it on the table first. As be like,
Just
for
bring
that.
it in, and he'll see that you have it. And like,
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
Caltech sticker on it.
Okay.
The message
So
will
you guys
come
are gonna
across.
walk in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great. This is a pretty standard, like, 50s style diner, but, with a more wooden build than the sort of metallic build that you saw sometimes. And, so immediately, you see there's a few people milling about. It's not empty at all. It's early morning, and a bunch of truckers and such stop here, and they're getting food, and there's some families on road trips chatting back and forth, and it's not hidden. It's not like at all a non-public place.
I'm going to activate a gift
Okay.
of Slip Away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
I'm going to activate Slip Away.
Okay, what does that do?
The Uraka may use this facet to leave no memories of their passing. So, if the Uraka makes no memorable actions towards, like, the individuals that I interact with, she was only a face in the crowd, dog in the eye, or another half of a brief conversation simply dismisses
Okay.
any recollection. So, yeah.
Cool.
I'm just noping out of
So
this
as long
from
as
normal
nothing
mundane.
super dramatic happens.
Yep.
Okay, so, you're looking, and, Claire and Mr. E, it's not Joey, but the resemblance is uncanny. He's sitting there, clearly got a limp, holding the brass cane, sitting calmly with a plate of toast and coffee in front of him. He just sort of looks over at you calmly and just sort of waits for you to join.
Claire
Loki,
has like a second, and then she'll just be like, "Nope, we're gonna
Upon
deal with
looking
this
like
later."
he walks in, notices that, and pauses, like from walking and just seeing that. It's just like Mystery just literally freezes.
Loki doesn't know anything's wrong, so he's just going to brush some of the creepy tunnel dirt off him and say, "Sorry, we're a little late."
I understand. So, hi. I'm Dr. Tobias Green.
Firm handshake across the table.
It's nice to meet. He does not try to fight you. He knows he's not going to win
Well,
it.
it's not like a dominant display. I'm just being like the Roman handshake, like we're.
So,
I have his name written down, and I know that we looked him up on the Caltech faculty page or something, but I don't have written down exactly
Green
what
Lab
he does.
He didn't
but
have
we
a
would
picture.
that.
Green Lab University at Caltech.
yeah, he didn't have a picture listed in
Yeah.
a Facebook or
No,
anything.
but like, what's his area of expertise? Like,
Biotechnological research and pharmaceutical development.
okay.
So,
Professor Green, good to meet you. My name is Claire.
hi. I know you two. I'm less familiar with you. You don't know me.
heard of you.
Fair.
That seems like the same is true for you.
Can I get an insight or empathy roll of... Because Mystery is now, like, super paranoid and wants to say something, but after saying, and you don't know me, is that a statement or is that a, like, kind of veiled, you don't know me, kind of a
Go ahead and roll
thing?
me wit's empathy.
Because he is so confused. He's so confused. Oop. 1.
So, the thing you hear, you're expecting either, like, the haughty statement of some sort of immense, powerful figure thinking they have control over the situation, or a detached clinical thing of something else. Tobias is neither. He's sad.
Okay.
So, let's get this out of the way. We were going to be related at one point. My brother loved you very much. I know you have every reason to distrust and even potentially hate me. But you two, at least, obviously someone very important to me, cared about you two a bunch. And
Just go. Just continue talking. It's fine.
Joey fought nightmares. It was what he did. He did it alongside a couple of you before it finally caught up to him. In this sort of business, I'm sure some of you know, it pays to be distant sometimes, especially from the people who we care about. It pays to fake things and keep yourself at arm's length. And for a long time I thought that as long as I did that, then everything was be okay. Nothing could hurt me, and nothing I did would come back to hurt the people I cared about. But that's not how the world works, unfortunately.
We're sorry for your loss. Thank you for meeting with us. What happened to Joey wasn't your fault unless you have something that you'd like to discuss with us, in which case I think we'd be very happy to discuss that.
It was not. At least, I mean, maybe it was. Maybe if I'd said something earlier, maybe if I'd reached out, maybe if I'd touched base beforehand,
Did you have any idea the attack was coming?
No.
Is he
Not in the slightest.
j-
Go ahead and roll.
like out of character? I'd believe him, but in character,
Yeah, no, roll with
With
empathy.
empathy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that because that's the thing. 2.
Yeah, no, he's telling the absolute truth.
Oh, good. Nobody has to murder anybody today.
Yet.
Yet. It's true. The day's still young.
Yeah, it's like 9.
Yeah.
I know that you and Sally had a bit of a rough time recently. We've been trying to cure people of their addictions.
We didn't get off on, I think, the strongest foot.
No, we didn't, and I'm sorry for that.
Loki-
I should have told Cletus to stop when you moved in.
Loki will put the laptop on the bag, I guess, on the table. Be like, this belongs to your organization.
Thank you.
How is Cletus holding up, by the way? It was pretty
He's
scary.
fine. He didn't... I'm gonna level with you. There are some people in our organization who are cut out for field work, and I'm not sure he's one of them. It's not an insult against him. He's brilliant. You probably read his papers at this point. But,
Yeah, I don't think he makes the best choices. Running off into the woods against 3 people like us was not a great play on his part.
No, it was not. I don't know. Maybe he'll grow up. Maybe he'll learn something. The unfortunate part is sometimes we don't get to choose who we're working with. We just... No, I don't mean that in a way to insult him. I mean that in a way of sometimes when you're in a dangerous situation and someone offers to help, you just take it.
I think we're all familiar with not choosing who we're working with, but not in an insult way either, so we're glad that he's fine.
I know this is difficult, and I suppose I'm here to make the case for why you should side with us over the vampires who have more money, more power, and genuine magic at their back.
So, before we get into that, and please, both of you feel free to stop me here, we're not picking sides. Our only side and our only priority is dealing with the pressing issue of the mansion. We are not, other than that.
We are surely not married to Gertrude Van Buren. That would be a horrible choice this early in the game. Actually, while you're here, can I ask you something?
Go right ahead.
Why does she hate Jacob Blaine so much? I'm deeply curious as to how he annoys her, but he's still alive.
Jacob Blaine, I'm trying to remember
He's
this
the...
particular character.
When we were first meeting Gertrude, I rolled well and was like, I want to know like a weakness in her political organization.
Oh.
And there's an artist who owns the Wolf Cat in Denver
Yeah.
who she really hates.
Actually, he raises an eyebrow. I thought with her here, you would have already known.
I must have missed that day at
Wait,
Mafia Vampire Camp.
they never told you?
I don't know, so
Clearly
you can tell me.
not.
Claire, what do you know about your family? He looks genuinely surprised.
They were politicians.
They weren't politicians, Claire. They were wizards.
I'm gonna go just take a lap, and I'm gonna leave you two to it, and I will be right back. And she just goes to take a lap.
Do you mean financial wizards as sort of like a...
He just gives you a look.
So like Merlin, they experience time backwards. They can make pacts with heaven and hell.
Are you familiar with mages? Will workers. Reality-altering entities.
I've known a few, especially the shamans.
Then, yes, shamans is accurate.
Huh. Interesting. But,
As far as I know, Claire is the first one to manifest werewolf capabilities. Also, don't worry about saying it. No one here is going to care. And that's not because of any sort of setup. Just here, look. He taps the guy on the shoulder. Hey, did you know my friends here are all werewolves, and I'm sitting here in a giant secret organization that researches monster parts and how to heal people from being addicted to vampire blood? He's like, oh, you're having too much sauce, buddy. And just leans away. So yeah.
That is exciting to know. That means her sister might. We can get into that later. Damn, this is not the way I thought this was gonna go. So, what?
We were all like, we're gonna start and we're gonna just like.
We're gonna be great, and then it was just and trauma dump. I'm like, yeah.
So,
The
what?
universe hates me again.
Right.
I
The
mean,
universe loves me, and then it's like, fuck.
This is your revenge.
you seem to be pretty open-handed with us, and I feel like you've treated us well, besides the whole us having to talk Cletus down thing. But what do you want from our partnership if we're going to have one?
To be totally honest, one, I know I'm not going to get you to fight with us against what Gertrude and her ilk are doing. Okay? I know that's not on the table, not because I don't think you would want to support us morally, just because I don't think that you have the energy right now. Because
Yeah.
you are dealing with something very dangerous.
There is a sort of interdimensional war thing going on.
I understand. But two, probably not going to believe this, but I actually came here to try and help. I don't know an enormous amount. I'm not going to pretend I know everything there is to know about the Forsaken, but I know that, like us, like the ordinary people sitting around who are trying to make sense of a crazy world, you know, we're doing our best, and I think you're trying too. Think in all of it, you are a positive influence on the universe, and we want to help if we can. I'm not...
Oh, shucks. All right, well, I love having help. I love not having to fight 5 different factions by myself. What can you offer, and like, what is the transaction going to be, even if that is just continued friendship, or
Well,
if it's something we can do that only we can do?
first of all, one thing that I am good is I can make a good cocktail, a drug cocktail, that is. Holds up a vial for you. This is resist.
Hell yeah. Okay.
It's designed... We obviously haven't had a chance to test it on werewolves yet, but it's designed to completely nullify neuropsychological control mechanisms of extranormal entities. Something tries to mind control you, this'll knock it right out.
Oh, so it's not just limited to vampires, it's any entity. That's quite something.
We found the underlying physical mechanism of the control. It still has to manipulate the neurons, no matter what form it's coming in.
We can
You
free
can reinforce it. Then
free
you've got a
melted
church.
Nick.
It's not 100% perfect, but it is pretty useful.
Okay.
As for other resources, well, we're not the most capable people in the world, but we do have intelligence. For instance, we are aware and can put you in contact with will workers.
Okay. I like that a lot.
We also can provide additional firepower through some tricky friends of mine. Have you ever heard the term lucifuge?
Is this a chem weapon?
Do you want to... I'm guessing no, then. Suffice it to say, there are personnel we can provide you with extra normal abilities. Whatever is causing that thing in that mansion, it needs to go down.
This is the best meal I've had in this town so far. Thank you much. Hey,
Note, all of this stuff isn't going to be easy to get. But if you work with us, we can acquire it.
can I ask for one more thing?
Of course.
Can you get me a predator drone?
Possibly.
All right. Yes, that's one thing off my list today.
Would you accept a Sharhead?
I think my friend will be okay with the Sharhead.
All right, then. I'll see what I can do. Again, no guarantees on this, but we're trying. Again, we're just mostly normal people who know things.
You
course.
know about our politics at least a little bit, right?
I know that there's two factions, Forsaken and Pure. The Forsaken seem to view us as something worth preserving, and the Pure don't. It's about all I've got.
Okay. Well, it's a little more complex than that, but I worship and will allied with an entity that thinks knowing things is the most valuable weapon you can have. So I think this is going to be a good friendship between us.
Understood. That makes sense. Here, he hands you a USB stick. Secure link.
All right. I will plug into my phone in front
It's
of
a
him.
UB key. Yeah, UB key. Will connect you to our secure server. Try not to make too much. Try not to cause too much damage if you can.
I'm very delicate, believe me, when the
So
situation
has-
calls for it.
So has Claire come back to sit down yet?
Claire is just outside the diner, just lightly banging her head against the wall, just being like, Whitlocks are wizards. That's
Everything in my power to not have mystery go.
motto.
You're a wizard, Claire.
That's the motto.
I was like, nope,
We wanted
can't.
to change the motto, and that's the
Whitlocks, we're wizards.
motto.
You're not winners. You're wizards.
So she's just taking a
Let me
minute.
tell you-
You're good. You're fine.
Let me tell you, just out of character for a moment, let me tell you how much fun it was when Don decided to take the lost Whitlock, and convince him he was a wizard.
Yep.
That wasn't actually you manipulating reality.
I updated the notes of actual wizard.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, God damn it.
Yeah. So she's just taking. She's fine. She assumes you guys are fine. You can handle this.
We know what that means. Soph can now awaken as a wizard, and we
Yeah.
might have to deal with wizard stuff in our den now,
Yeah.
too.
Yes. I want you to all imagine Sophia as a wizard.
No.
Okay.
She's gonna be so good at it.
She'll be a
and
financial wizard.
It terrifies me how good she's gonna be at it. And it's
Okay.
concerning, and it should concern all of you.
But anyway, yeah, no. So,
You should return with her
honestly,
stick
I
and
think
be like,
that's...
here's your wand. Congratulations, you're a wizard.
I think that's most of what I had. There's just one more personal matter. He opens a bag next to him. Just takes a deep breath. I'm sorry to dump this on you. And he pulls out an urn and he puts it in front of Mr. E. He would have wanted you to have them.
Mystery takes them and just gets up and leaves. And, like, we'll kind of nod, and then we'll just go to the car.
Okay, so
Leaving you alone at the
It's-
table, he has successfully scared off all of the other werewolves.
So now we can get down to the actual business.
True. He did give me all the toys, though.
Now that I've done trauma.
Yes, I already gave trauma to two of you, and all the toys to
I have
me.
gifts for you. Trauma. Great. Now we can
This
get down to
is
business.
such an amazing hunter move, though. I just want to
Yeah.
say, to be like, there's 3 werewolves. I can't fight 3 werewolves, but I can winnow down the pack.
Yes.
The problem is the one that he's left with is
You
the
two-
warrior one.
You two should leave, and
But
here's some
also
jingly
the
keys.
best,
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
Also the most on his wavelength.
Yeah.
So, so masterfully done
He
on
turn-
his part.
So yeah, he
Like,
turns. So is there anything else you want to
This-
work on?
Son of a bitch really did it.
Amazing work.
Well done, Hunter.
Yeah.
Was that a ST voice or
That
Dr.
was
Tobias
him.
Green?
No, he was saying anything else you want to work on while we're here. I know that you're probably busy.
Oh, you know what would be very, very helpful and amusing to me is, as you know, the Pier occupy an area to the north of us.
I'm aware.
And they hate the Forsaken on principle, but there are 9 tribes of us, and the hidden 9th tribe, they legitimately hate even more. If you could find a couple moles in their midst, that would be very, very good for us. Have you heard of the Bale Hounds?
I'm not familiar, but I can do some digging.
All right. I think that is all I can ask for.
Yes, bring. This is ST voice. Yes, bring them into this plot. Do it.
Yeah, we didn't already. We can. There's room for Bale Hounds in here in a corner. We'll just shove some stuff out of the way.
I mean, the Bale Hounds are always there is the problem.
But yeah, no. So he says, we'll look into it. Again, I don't know anything about these people, but do they have any distinguishing features? He just starts, writing stuff
Taking
down.
notes.
I guess I'll tell him the myth of Solus Wolf and what that's all about. And
He
some of-
writes this down.
I have 4 dozen
Keeps it
occults, so I
listening.
know some stuff about Bale Hounds, presumably.
Got it. Hey, for the record, I know you're doing this whole confident, smooth operator thing, but I also recognize how young you are to be doing this. I'm not gonna talk down to you and say, hey, just, I gotta be careful out there or something, but I'm gonna say good luck. You're gonna need it.
Thank you. That's generally appreciated.
Okay. Well, he picks himself up, pained from the limp in his leg, and
Okay,
says,
all right. Loki will just sort of help him to his feet.
Thank you. Stay safe out there, okay?
Yeah, you too, and I'll be in touch.
Sounds like a plan. And then he just walks out, gets in his car, and leaves. Mr. E, you're sitting in the car with an urn.
Yep.
And Claire, you are sitting against a wall, banging your head against a wall.
Bonk, bonk.
Loki, you come to see both of these things. What are you doing?
I'm going to put my hand from Claire's forehead and say, the wall can't take much more of this. You have to back off.
Wizards!
Yeah, your sister is going to need even more supervision now.
No.
Or maybe she'll be looking out for you. That owl will be flying right through the window anytime.
How is that even worse than the Mafia?
Wizards can make a really big mess if you don't keep a track of them.
I didn't
We
even
need
know
to do
there
that.
were wizards.
There are vampires and wizards and an interdimensional war that's been gone for 10,000 years. It's been a busy 3 days, I get it, but this is true, as they say.
I hate you, and I hate your car, and I hate your face, and I hate everything.
Yeah,
It
but you're stuck with me for a little
exists.
bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love being me.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it is fun.
It's fine. Oh, are you done? Wait,
Yeah, I'm waiting
Yeah.
on you because the
No.
third member of our party is actually very sad for good reason, so we can't do jokes in front of him right now.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Just wizards. fine. I'm good. I'm good. Head back to the car.
All right, yeah. Loki will get behind
I've
the
been
wheel.
hinting at this for ages. Did you notice?
Yeah. Yeah. She
Yay.
didn't think I was going to remember because I was a wolf blood. She thought that I would remember once I ascended.
I didn't put it together. You really got me, at least.
Yeah, isn't it fun how, you know, someone who thinks that you're from a long line of shape changers would be, you know, super into you as a member of, you know, a long-running werewolf legacy instead of a long-running Thyrsus legacy?
Yeah.
They were confused.
It's fine.
That's why the Ivory Claws liked you. But then they learned better. Anyway,
It's fine. Head back to the car. How you doing, bud?
Not good.
Yeah.
But that's not actually how Claire
How's it
does
going,
that.
bud? How's it going, bud? Well, I'm about to wreck the shit out of this car again.
So actually Claire just gets in and is like,
There's tears. Like, silent tears.
tissue.
Yeah, Loki does a thing where he's not sure if he can like reach out and touch you to comfort you, so he doesn't. But he's like, "Hey, I can't say anything, but I can be here, so just let me know."
Home.
Alright.
All right.
yeah, no. Loki gets in the driver's seat, I presume, because it's your car. And
Yep.
I
You
still
drive
don't know
home.
how to drive. So yes, please.
I'm gonna look inside the urn just out of sheer, like, there's this, it's obviously ashes, but.
it's ashes.
Fuck, no. God damn it. Okay.
So you come back to your home. What do you do?
I'm going to get out of the car first, just in case anyone is incoming, and just be like, no.
Okay.
Yeah,
like,
that's probably a good call.
yeah. Danny and you know, Sophia are up, going like. Then they're just like,
Just,
Yeah, Mystery will leave, look at Danny, dead. Like carrying the urn, like not saying she's dead, but just like the feeling of just mourning is just gonna hit her. It's just gonna be mourning.
Yeah, Loki is going to just find
There
wherever
are-
Heike is and get
like-
between him and
yeah, just if
Eve.
you
he just
Nope.
straight up, like Danny just straight up falls to her knees crying, because she's a telepath.
Just keep. We're just letting you get to where you want to be, and then we'll.
Is Heike around?
He is, but he is not saying anything.
No, I grab his arm and I just take him upstairs.
Okay, what are you doing with him?
I just want him to be present.
Okay,
Just- it's one of those
I
things
guess.
like I just need a person to be present.
he's there. He's
Yep.
not saying anything. He just sort of offers to hold you.
Have you ever lost someone?
You know, I'm not the oldest one of our family. Loki doesn't remember him very well, but you know, he was. Clef was a good guy. He was older than me, a lot older. We werewolves live a long time and stay fertile for a bunch of that, so Mom and Dad, yeah, sorry. But, no, yeah. I remember seeing him. And I remembered how he looked exactly the same, but completely different.
We were gonna get out. Once we were married, we were gonna leave and just live a normal life and just not deal with this and everything and just live a happy life.
That
And,
sounds nice.
and the universe just tells you that you can't.
We live in a world with monsters in it.
And then I just told him.
Okay. So, I'm guessing you just drift off into sleep eventually?
I
Or what
have
are
the
you doing?
wherewithal of knowing that I have a job to do, so I set an alarm for 7.
Okay, fair enough. You set an alarm for 7. Okay, what are you two doing while this is happening?
So, Claire's gonna do the important stuff first. So, bring Danny inside, get her some tea, make sure that nothing exploded while we were gone.
What was that? Danny says. She can't even process it. She's so hit.
Got some. Reminded of a person that he lost.
Oh. He loved him so much.
Yep,
I didn't think you could do that.
yep.
Oh, that was in movies. She just sort of curls up. On the couch.
Have some tea. you know,
Jeeves is
just be-
putting a blanket over her already.
Yeah, Loki is there, but being like, I can't talk as Claire, so I'll just sort of be in the room.
Yeah, just
Hey,
I know. Just let it
Just
pass
like-
through.
like your mom actually comes up and puts a hand on your shoulder. Why don't we take a run?
I'd like that.
Okay. Turns into full wolf and, trots off, waiting for you to follow.
Okay. I do. I don't leave my mom hanging.
Once Danny is like stable, Claire's just trying to be like, I know, just let it pass through, like she's kind of just going like, it's not yours, just let it pass. I know it's a lot.
But I like him. He's a good guy. Yeah. There's a poem. Ask not for whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee. I know I'm a fucking asshole, but it's all connected.
It's hard, and it's hard to see the people that you care about hurting, especially when there's nothing you can do, and especially when you can feel it like you can, I think. So,
Thanks.
I'm sorry. I know it's a lot.
I wish Lauren was here.
Yeah.
I don't even think she would have been able to help, but I just wish she was here.
I do too.
So, you take a moment. I presume no one's doing much of anything at the moment, unless you are. And,
I will do one thing.
yeah?
There's a spirit that we ran across not too long ago. Finding it was
The little burrowing owl?
yeah,
or
the little burrowing owl.
silent something.
Silent Seeker.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, that's right. It's a spirit, not. I will call it from my little area up top through the windows for can an owl come here, please?
You're calling it.
Using beast
Okay.
speech, just asking for an owl, Silent Seeker.
Roll me,
anyone?
this is going to be manipulation animal handling.
Animal Ken.
Animal can. Duh.
1.
Hey.
An
Oh, we
owl lands over on you and it's like,
Disney
Mouse?
prince- You're a Disney
Mouse?
princess now.
I am a Disney.
tilts its head.
No. But I will get you one. If folds up a letter and hands it. If you fly downstairs and let's see. Gonna show a picture of Claire and be like, find this person and deliver this to her. I know.
Mouse!
I hate you so much.
And then I will get you
So
a
an
mouse.
owl with a letter flies down to you, Claire.
Claire takes the letter, then just looks at the owl. Just go fuck yourself.
It's fair enough. And I think on that, that's game.
Okay.
I hate you.
Thank you
I hate you.
all so much for joining us for this very intense session of Werewolf the Forsaken. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe and do all of that YouTube stuff. And I believe there has never been a more mournful time for an awu.
Oh.